typically done interviews over, you know, VR chat inside the game. But obviously, in more recent times, you know, I've decided to go out of my comfort zone and start doing interviews in over Discord, you know, because not everybody plays VR chat, so obviously I want to, you know, accustomed to that. So, well, it's not just that I'm hitting everyone in VR chat. There's plenty of people. There's always new content creators, new streamers, new avatar creators, world creators, all this stuff. It's just that for me, doing an interview outside of VR chat just feels more fresh, different, you know, expanding, going outside of that comfort zone. So, yeah. But we'll be starting in a few minutes. I'm just giving time for people to filter in case, you know, because I remember back in the day, you know, people would be like, hey, Rebel, what the heck? You're already like halfway through the interview. The stream just started. So I like to just sort of sit here, chill. Did you guys enjoy yesterday's outfit reveal? I'll expand more in your comfort zone. Oh, really? You know, Wayne, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Thank you. But, yeah, I wish I could use Elite Motion. I mean, I have it. It's just obviously it's a bit derpy. I need to update it to maybe hopefully make it work a little bit better. Also has some technical difficulties. Apparently VC face is being a bit weird with me. I mean, it works. It's obviously some things are a bit off. So when I switch scenes, you may see my avatar or MarinaBooUwU's avatar disappearing for a second. That's just a you know, minor bug. Usually that doesn't happen, but you know, OBS and VC face get updates, things break, you know, so there might be a little bit of scuffness, but hopefully, you know, we can look past that and enjoy ourselves and have an excellent, amazing interview. So don't let that put us in a sour mood. But yeah, yesterday I showed off my new outfit. It is well, I guess you could just watch the other day, last night's VOD. If I'm here, it's scuff. Oh shit. When? Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Just to let you know, anybody who ever is first time watching me, I'm really bad at reading names. Like, I would be the worst teacher in existence if I actually was a teacher, because I wouldn't be able to read anyone's names. Because if your name ain't John Smith and it's like, you know when, like I don't know. I just guess, honestly. So I read everyone's names wrong. Yeah, I'm gonna butcher everyone's name. You know, especially people who subscribe to me. That's the worst, when someone gives you money and then you can't even say their name right. It's the least you can do, right? But you can be that one hot teacher. Yeah, true. I could be. But anyway, if you're just tuning in, we're going to be doing an interview with MarinaBooUwU in a little bit. Probably in like another minute or two. So like 8:10, 8:11. And if you haven't already, hit that follow button. I do interviews once in a while. I think I have this weekend I have another interview, and then maybe next week some podcasts. They're, you know, obviously I don't really give a lot of details in case, you know, they get canceled or rescheduled, but hopefully in the near future I have another interview. This is interview 268, if you didn't know that. Yes, I've done that many interviews in the last 2 years, almost 2.5 years. So you could arguably say that, you know, I've been doing this for a long time. So yeah, I appreciate that.
That's so nice of
Hey,
you.
Jib, thanks for giving us up the Hot for Teacher, man. I appreciate that.
Jib Flutterhouse gifted a tier 1 sub to Hot for Teacher. They
Thank
have
you.
given 433 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you. What a name. Yeah, that's right. How you doing? Pretty good. Also, if you have any questions for Marina or myself, use the command !_, questions. In about an hour or so, we'll take those questions. And hopefully you guys, you know, have some good questions for us. But anyway, without further ado, I think we're going to ask Marina if she's ready. Just give me a second here. Stay hydrated, chat. Drink a lot of water. It's good for you. All right, she's ready. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. My water's empty. Oh, never mind. We'll wait a second. She's gonna get some water. All right, I have to stall. All right, yo guys, I love you all. Yo, gym leader show. Thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Just to let you know, anybody that follows me or subscribes or donos or bits or anything like that, during an interview. I do appreciate it. It's always welcome and thanks for it. But just keep in mind that I'm not purposely ignoring you. It's just obviously my attention's on the guest and on the interview. So don't feel like you don't have to subscribe if you want to. Just I may have to like take a second to thank you later, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's nice to meet everyone here. Yeah, Queen Marina, that's right. But yeah, if you have any questions, type them down in the form there, and let me know. Like how you guys always tell me, guys, if you want to, you can join my Discord. Let me know how the interviews go. Like if there's something you like, something you dislike, maybe something you would like to see on a future interview. Please let me know, because this is the best way to make get me more improved. To become a better interviewer. I know I'm not the best, but I'm doing the best I can. But anyway, I think we're ready. Any feedback is appreciated. So anyway, without further ado, let me introduce our guest here. Again, MarinaBooUwU is going to be joining us. Hope you guys enjoy the interview. Without further ado, hello?
Oh,
hey.
oh, hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Oh, wow. Hey.
I was watching your stream and an ad just popped up.
Oh,
so
yeah. Ads.
I couldn't hear.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But hi.
Hi, what's up?
I am excited.
Oh, yeah?
I'm excited.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
are. Look. You're on the screen and everything. You're sitting next to me. Well, look, it's the power of magic,
Oh.
You're in my
yeah,
studio.
Yeah. Is this the right way? Am I looking towards you? Okay,
Yeah.
good. Perfect.
Yeah.
This is where I have you.
Oh,
Okay.
hey.
Love that for you and for me and
Yeah.
all that stuff. Yeah.
Well, my first question is, and it's always a very classic question, how are you doing today? Are you feeling good?
Yeah, I'm doing good. It's been a really good week for me. It's
I'm
been
sure.
a nice day. Woke up pretty late, so I've only been up for like 3 hours today and just vibing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I think we'll start with the questions. We'll get some softball ones in, and then we'll go into some game mode. Just so you guys know, when I do Discord interviews, I have actual game modes. So there's 3 game modes. So one of them's called Explain That Tweet, very self-explanatory. Basically, I did a deep dive on MarinaBooUwU's Twitter, and we're going to showcase some of her tweets, and she's going to have to explain to us what's the context here of some of these tweets. So that'll happen later on. Then the next one is Think Fast. Pretty much, I'll say some word prompts, and you have to just, whatever the first thing that comes in your head, you have to just say. And then the last one is Would You Rather. Basically, I give you 2 options, and then you have to pick the one and explain why you chose whatever you chose. So pretty easy game modes, pretty easy to understand. But anyway, so one of my first questions that I always like to ask, it's very simple, very basic question, and that is, how'd you come up with the name MarinaBooUwU? How'd you come up with your username? Yeah, I know. What a simple question.
Oh God. Okay. Well, I really liked the name Marina. It really resonated with me. I guess one of the reasons why is I wanted something with sort of an aquatic nature to it. It's because my son's name actually is River. And so I wanted something that kind of had similarity in that elemental sense. So I went with Marina. And then I thought Boo was really cute. So I liked the idea of MarinaBoo. But unfortunately, MarinaBoo was taken. So I couldn't do MarinaBoo. So I had to figure out what I wanted to do. And I basically thought the phrase uwu was kind of cute. And this was, you have to realize, before I kind of found myself and found like who I wanted to be on stream, right?
Yeah.
And sort of channel myself. So when I first started streaming, I definitely was like a lot more kind of cute and bubbly, and UwU fit a little bit better. But I also just thought UwU was silly. Like, I thought UwU was like a silly, ironic thing to add to the end of my name. And now, you know, I feel like it fits in a very ironic way, because I can be UwU, but I'm not very UwU. And if that makes sense.
Okay.
If that makes sense. If we know what we mean by UwU. So anyway, yeah, basically, MarinaBoo was taken. I added UwU at the end, and here I am.
Okay, makes sense. You know, things change over time. You know, you could say that you have a quirky, like, cutesy side, and then sometimes you're a little more like, you know, rough.
Yeah.
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 Catch my drift?
Not very UwU of you. Oh no.
Uh-oh. Anyway. So I like face tracking so I can express my face a little bit more with my eyebrows.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to wiggle my eyebrows a lot. It's just a thing I like to do. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, next question. So, so you picked your username. Was that a username you had before streaming and before, like, being a content creator, or was that just specifically for streaming?
Specifically for streaming.
Okay.
It was not a username that I had before. The first time it was ever used was on Twitch. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, since you said that you've used it on stream, or sort of like with streaming it, how'd you get into streaming? Like, how did that initially happen? Was it, you know, watching other streamers? Were you inspired? Were you a YouTuber back in the day? Were you just like, I guess I'll just do this thing? How did you get into streaming?
So I always liked the idea of content creation.
Mm-hmm.
And back in, I want to say, like, college age, I wanted to do YouTube, actually. Never quite did it with all of the other things I had going on, but I wanted to make YouTube videos. I'd always wanted to do something in the realm of content creation. Back in about 2016, I actually made a Twitch account under a different name. And I was streaming and did some face cam streams, and I only did a couple. It wasn't really anything of significance. So that was the first time I technically streamed, but I don't really count that as, like, when I started streaming. Like, I don't say I've been streaming since 2016, because I haven't, right? Like, I did a couple, that was it. I came back last summer. I was basically going through leaving a really toxic relationship and trying to sort of find myself and figure out things that allowed me to express myself. And one of those things was, hey, I'd wanted to stream before.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't I try doing that now? So I hopped on Twitch. I started just sort of watching people. I don't remember what I did. I think I started with Overwatch, because I played so much Overwatch. That used to be my go-to game. So I hopped on Twitch. I looked at the Overwatch category. Now, of course, there's, like, people with thousands and thousands of views, but who the fuck wants to hang out in those streams if you can't, like, really talk to the streamer? So I scrolled down towards the bottom and tried to look at some streamers who were lower, and I found someone who was like, oh, she looks cute. She looks cute. Ended up stopping into someone named Moko, who was an Overwatch streamer, and I just hung out, and I watched, and I chatted, and I kind of, over about a month, became a member of this community. And she would play with viewers, so I hopped in one time and I started playing, and it was a little bit of, like, a way to exercise my chops of being on a stream and seeing how that felt, and it was fun, and we became friends. And then I basically told her up front, like, I want to do streaming too, and I'm just sort of, like, looking at this, and she was really supportive. She was great. And becoming a part of that community and some kind of neighboring communities, I got to the point where I was like, I want to stream. I'm going to stream. Got my stuff together. I was just face cam streaming at the time, and got a stream set up and said, all right, let's do this. Let some people know that we're in that community who I'd made friends with, and was able to start streaming and had about, I think, 10 average viewers my first stream. And that was like really big for me, you know, like I was like, hell yeah, people are actually here wanting to watch me. And we did that, and I streamed every day for those 7 days, and on that 7th day they were like, here you go, here's affiliate. And then I just kind of kept doing face cam streams, and I sat around there for a while, you know how it is when you start streaming. That was basically how I got into streaming. I guess MocoMoco is someone who I have to thank for that, for sort of helping and supporting me and teaching me what I needed to know to get where I am today.
Damn. I mean, that's a nice story, you know. You know, getting interested, was playing Overwatch, like, hey, I want to watch some Overwatch people. Scroll to the bottom, find some cool people, get interested that way. And then here you are. That was what, 2016, right? So that was what, 5 years ago?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry. No. 2016 was when I just did my own thing. I did not do anything the right way. I did things which in my opinion is the wrong way to do things, which is I hopped on Twitch and I said I want to stream, and I went to OBS and I clicked go live.
Okay.
And I just hoped people showed up. And as you can imagine, it's hard for people to just show up, depending on what you're doing. So
yeah,
I streamed to 0 or 1 viewer. I had one person who came in and like found me maybe on my like 2nd or 3rd stream and kind of hung out with me for a while, and I was like, this is cool. Someone's watching me and talking to me. Yeah. But no, that I only streamed for like a month, maybe 2 back then. Never really took it seriously. So this was back in August of 2020.
Oh, it was
in
August
of 2020. Yeah,
Holy
August
smokes.
of 2020. Well, technically it was beginning of July 2020. Hopped into Twitch, found MocoMoco. Yeah, and started just hanging out. I started my first stream August 9th of 2020.
What? That was the day I got partnered.
Oh, really?
Yeah, August 9th,
Wow.
2020 was the day I got partnered on Twitch.
Wow, Pog, I love that.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that was my first stream.
It was just right, you know. I got partnered and then you started streaming, so obviously it was meant to be.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah. It's pretty wild if you really think about it. But okay, so you started streaming, you know, about a year ago. You know, doing it right this time. How did that transition from like streaming normally, like you said with the face cam here and there, whatever, to VTubing? How'd you get into VTubing then?
So I think the first that I heard the word VTubing was when I was getting ready to stream. I did a couple things. Like, one was I wanted to meet people from existing communities, so that's what I did with MocoMoco. I went in there and made friends from an existing community. And then I also tried to like push to create my own community, and it was actually pre-streaming. I went on some like subreddits, and I essentially was like, hi, I wanna try to make like a queer gaming space. And I had some people who were interested, and one of those friends is a streamer by the name of Seraphina Noir. And Seraphina was like, I want to start streaming, and I'm going to start doing VTubing. And I was like, okay, you know what that is? And they're like, yeah, that's when you use an avatar to stream. It's like, okay. And in my head I thought, why would anyone want to do that? Why would anyone want to watch someone in an avatar? When, like, I don't want to watch someone in an avatar. I want to watch some IRL titties on my screen. You know, like that's just.
Hey, amen. Hey, amen. I mean, what?
You know, like me not knowing, not understanding, right? I'm just like, I don't get it. That seems like a terrible idea. And then I remember she started streaming, doing that, and I was like, okay, cool, yeah. I streamed face cam for a while, and it really wasn't until November rolled around. So I wanted a VR headset really badly. And so Valve NX came back in stock, because at this time, like, the Valve NX was out of stock for a long time.
Yeah, I remember
So
that.
the Valve NX came back in stock. I was super hyped to get that. But obviously, if you're gonna stream as a face cam streamer with VR, like, what are you gonna do? Stream there with a headset strapped to your face? I was like, I hate that. I don't want to do that. That sounds stupid. So, there has to be an alternative. What do I do? And I started doing research. What do people do? I looked up other VR streamers, and then I found. I knew I wanted to play Beat Saber because I like rhythm games. I was like, that game sounds cool. So I looked at Beat Saber, and I saw people with like, I saw like anime girls dancing. I was like, okay, and I watched it, and I came across someone named Jesu Fei, and it was the first time that I watched somebody as a VTuber and went, oh my god, she's so cute. Holy shit. Am I about to simp for some fucking pixels? Is this happening right now? And it just hit me. And it just hit me. I was like, I get it. I see. I understand. I want to do that. And I made friends with more streamers in the Beat Saber community. People were really, really, really nice. And they just sort of talked me through everything I needed to do to get set up with Beat Saber. And my first model. Do you want to see my first model?
Yeah, sure.
You wanna?
Yeah. Oh, you want me to put it on me?
See.
I'll put my camera on me so then you can switch.
Okay, you ready? This was a public model I found.
Okay.
This is that. Here you go.
Oh my god.
It doesn't even have face tracking.
Who is
doesn't
that?
even have face tracking.
Who is?
This was.
How'd you get in my studio?
This was the very first model I used. It was publicly available from VRaid Hub.
What's with the Satan star? What's going on?
It's I don't know. I thought it looked nice. People would come in my chat and ask me. They'd be like, "Are you a Satanist?" It's like, no. I just think it looks
yes,
cool.
and I want to consume your soul.
Yeah. But anyway, this was my very first model, right?
Okay.
And then
Okay, I'll switch back.
we got.
Every time I switch, I disappear from the chair. Don't worry, guys. I'm just instant transmissioning. I'm Goku. Anyway, tell me when you're ready.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Let's see. Probably this one. Let me see. Oh yeah, here we go.
Whoa.
This is the next model.
Oh shit.
This is back in February. So now you can start to see.
Whoa.
Right? You can start to see.
Yeah, let me switch it. There we go.
I had the clothes.
Yeah.
I had the outfit.
Damn.
But look how baby this looks. This wasn't me. This wasn't me. Right? So I used this from February to the end of May.
Uh-huh.
I used this from February to May. Streamed with this avatar. And then I had a lovely friend named Succububbles. One of my first VTuber friends. And I loved her model, and I asked her, and she said, oh, Salem Sky made a model. So I talked to Salem, and Salem amazed me by popping this out.
Ooh.
So here we
Damn.
are today. Yeah.
Damn. It almost felt like to me, all the avatars you've shown felt like, you were like a teenager, and then like you're a young adult, and then now you're an adult. It's like you're the growing pains, like you're just like aging. Yeah.
So here we are, and I'm actually in the process of getting a new model.
Oh yeah. Okay.
The new model. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure on the timeline of that, but we're getting a new model. We're finally. I never had a debut, right? So when you ask about how I got into VTubing, like
Yeah.
I met people in VR in like the VR scene, like the Beat Saber scene.
Yep.
I went on to start streaming. I used that model. I did Beat Saber, and then I used it for a desktop stream. And people were like, "Oh, are you in this anime model today?" Because I had a lot of people who like weren't VTuber fans, and they were just kind of like, "What is this shit?" They weren't that like blunt. They were very nice to me, but they were just kind of like, "What is this shit?" Right? So
Yeah.
I definitely lost a lot of people who watched me, but I also realized that very quickly I was gaining followers much faster than I was losing my regulars at the time. And I had to like make a conscious decision, do I want to do this? And I just what I told myself was I want to do what feels right and what feels comfortable.
Yeah,
And
that
the
makes
entire
sense.
month of December passed, and when we hit New Year, I looked back and I said, I didn't stream a single face cam stream. I guess I'm a VTuber now. And at that point, I talked to another friend that I'd made, Bono Jim, and Bon had made her own model, and I was very impressed. And I basically said, "Do you think you could help me? Can I commission you to make me a model?" And she made that one that you saw, the one before this one.
Yep.
She made me that model, and basically just based off of a picture of me, essentially. Because I said like, oh, I just want a version of me. Because at the time, like, I still didn't really understand what I wanted to do with VTubing, right? Like, I was like, oh, I just want an avatar version of me. And so, yeah, she made me a model. Anyway, where was I going with this? What were we talking about?
How'd you get into VTubing, and then you're talking about your
VTubing.
avatars? And
Avatars.
how,
But I said something about I don't remember. Whatever. I have really bad ADHD.
That's okay.
So I constantly forget what I'm doing or what I'm talking about. Yeah. But anyway, we were talking about some shit.
Yeah, some important stuff.
Yeah, something. Anyway.
Well,
so
anyway,
yeah. So here I am.
Yeah, here you are now. So I guess my next question, you kind of answered it already, but the question I was gonna ask is like, what was your VTuber based off of, like your model, and obviously it's based off of what you look like IRL, essentially.
Yeah. It is, and I don't necessarily hide what I look like. Like, I don't openly advertise it often, but I don't really hide what I look like IRL. I don't know. You've seen me, right?
Yeah, I have. On Twitter.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if you want to, you can share this. I don't care. But yeah, it's basically like, I gave a picture and I just said, can you turn me into a VTuber? And I feel like they did a pretty good job. So people are always, people always find it funny when they see a picture of me and they're like, "Whoa, that I see. You
That's
do
literally
kinda
you.
just look like your model." Yeah.
I look like this IRL too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I
love that.
Yeah, I have this body, but my voice did change. So yeah, I have to just deal with it. Too much smoking, right?
Yeah.
Sucks. Yeah, sometimes I can try and make a voice. I'm like, "Hey guys, what's going on?" But it doesn't convince people, you know. I have to keep working on it. Maybe in a couple of years, right?
Yeah. Oh, I know what we're talking about. We're talking about models and new models and things like that. And
oh yeah.
Kind of ties into this. Yeah. So basically, I knew that I wanted to look like me.
Okay.
But I also knew that I had depth, and I never did. That's what I was saying. I never did a debut, right?
Yes.
So I just started streaming. I never did a debut for any of my things. I did like a quote-unquote new model debut when this model came around. But it was basically just like me saying, "Come see the model." I didn't have like a lore video. I've never released anything. And people have always kind of wondered, like, okay, well, you're MarinaBooUwU and you use little ghost motifs and things like that. So, I think people ask me sometimes, like, did you have did you have any lore? Do you have any back or like any reason? And the answer is yes, absolutely. I just was kind of waiting for the right time to reveal it.
Okay.
And then here we are over a year into me streaming and still haven't done anything yet, right? So
yeah, where's the lore at?
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
That's not the only thing that's coming.
Oh. So I'm doing I'm getting a new model done.
Okay.
I'm getting basically kind of a rebrand. Now, I'm not rebranding in the sense of like a whole new character.
Yeah.
It's still me.
Okay.
It's just, hi, this is the me that you've gotten to know over the past year. And there's some things that I haven't shared with you. And some things that you may not be aware of. And that's all going to come to light soon, basically, is the direction that we're going. I will have a version of this model with this outfit, just finally with the body that I have always been trying to get, basically.
Okay.
Viroid had some limitations. This is a Viroid model. People are surprised often to find out that my model is a Viroid model.
Mm-hmm.
Viroid makes it difficult to adjust your body in ways that I wanted to.
Okay.
So I will finally be able to have a body like I wanted. And we'll find out how I fit into the monster girl category. Because I've always said, yeah, I'm a monster girl. You just don't really get it. You just don't really know yet. Yeah, so I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited for that.
Monster girl, huh?
A new look to my model.
Yep.
And a new name. We're getting a new name soon.
Uh-oh, it's Marina Monster Girl. Got him.
That's it. How'd you know? How'd you guess?
I'm just that good.
Yeah. But we're getting we're getting new art, new model, new name.
Mm-hmm.
Still very recognizably me in all of those aspects, but yeah, some new stuff is coming, and I'm excited for it.
Mm-hmm. I have some ideas that I have some ideas that, so basically my avatar, I have like 8 different outfits, and I always treat it like a different universe. So like, this universe I'm an interviewer. This one I'm wearing latex for some reason. This one I'm a cat girl maid. So I don't know what that categorizes as. Like, is that like a multiverse? Is that a monster girl? Because like one version it might be a succubus, one version where I'm not, and one version I'm a robot. Like version of myself.
Yeah, sure.
It's a
you just have different. It's kind of like what League does, where they just have like, all of a sudden the characters are magical girls, and there's no reason for it, but it just exists in that like sub universe. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the Rebelverse. You do whatever you want.
I have the Rebelverse
alternate.
Where this time I'm an interviewer, but this other time I'm a badass and I roleplay.
Yeah. We love that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's to me how I explain like, why am I wearing this outfit? I'm like, well, this is just a different multiverse. And they're like, oh, that makes sense. Rather than just being like, why would your character wear a maid outfit? It makes no sense, dude. So that's how I get around explaining things. I just say it's a multiverse, and like, because like, as someone who's played VR chat for a long time, a lot of people who make characters, they have to have consistency between them. So obviously, let's say you have like a wolf girl, you have to have the ears and the tail, right, for each outfit. But like, if you're a cat girl, wolf girl, then you're gonna have to have like 4 ears or 2 ears, and then like, if you're a succubus version, you're gonna have demon horns too. And for me, I just pick a human, so then I can just add the horns or add the ears and just say it's a multiverse.
Yeah.
Call it a day.
Yeah. I mean, that's at the end of the day, you do you. You do whatever you want to do, and if someone's like, "Why are you wearing a maid outfit?" That doesn't make sense. I just say,
"I'm not cleaning your house, bitch."
What? What the fuck do you know? Yeah, like what? Who are you to tell me what? Like, fuck you. I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can relate to human presenting avatars, and being able to just do fun. Like I have I have here, let's. I have this. Like, I just have a cat version.
Oh my
Where I
god.
just
What the
toggle on.
what the
Yeah, it's MarinaBooUwU.
what the hell?
And I have cat ears and I have fangies.
What the
Yeah,
heck?
yeah. Yeah, and even I even have a. See if I can do this without breaking myself. You even have a tail. See that?
Oh, I do see that. Hold on. Let me
Yeah.
switch scenes since you're on the there you go. Oh, you're much larger.
Oh, yeah, okay. There we go. There's my tail.
Wow.
My tail right there.
Damn, how are you doing that? That's crazy. You just like floated on that chair. Holy shit.
I know, right? Isn't that wild?
Damn.
Isn't that
Magical cat
wild?
powers. Tell you what.
It's yeah, it's part of my magic powers that
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah,
you and I are can share on that in terms of like, you know, maybe one day I just want to have cat ears and one day I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, my next question that I wanted to ask is, as you mentioned earlier, that you wanted to get a Valve Index to play VR,
Yes.
and then you started playing like Beat Saber. How did that go from you playing like VR chat, for example? What was your first experience playing VR chat like?
Oh gosh. So the first thing I ever booted up was Beat Saber. I
Okay.
played Beat Saber and thought this is wonderful. And I love Beat Saber. I think Beat Saber is absolutely phenomenal. I had a friend at the time. And she also had VR and she was like, "Oh my gosh, have you done VR chat?" And no, I hadn't. So she's like, "You gotta do VR chat." And to me, like, I was just like, well, if you don't know what VR chat, and I met a lot of people, like, if you don't know what VR chat is,
Uh-huh.
it sounds very daunting. Like, I just pop into a game where there's a bunch of people around and I'm supposed to talk to people and that's the game. Like, that sounds fucking yikes. That sounds like a terrible time.
Okay.
I don't want to do that, right? Like, social anxiety, right? So she brings me into VR chat
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just sort of like, oh, okay, this is cool. This is VR, yeah. And like, just have default avatars, whatever. And then she just sort of runs me around like what to do and takes me to like this treehouse world. Which if you've ever been in VR chat, you probably know exactly the one that I'm talking about. Anyone in chat?
Treehouse in the shade?
treehouse world. Yeah, the treehouse with like, you can do all the different backgrounds.
Yeah.
Where they're like, so I went there and I was like, this is wild. What is this? And I think for me, I had this moment of realization that was like very, very emotional for me.
Mm-hmm.
Where I was like, without getting too heavy, I had been in a very toxic relationship for about 3 years before that, where I essentially lost all of my friends, all of my social life, because of like, you know, someone who's very controlling. And it felt like it was the first time I was being social in a long time, especially because quarantine was going on, you know, right, for so long. And to be in VR and have the 3D visuals, 3D spatial audio, I was like, this is not, because even recently I heard someone compare VR chat who wasn't familiar with it. They're like, VR chat's just like a Discord call, but you see stuff. And that's what I thought. But then I experienced it and it was like, oh, no. This is like, this is the future. This is like being in person with somebody without being in person with somebody. And it was a very emotional experience for me, being able to be in the same space as like friends and be able to like hug them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, obviously you're not really hugging them, but you know what I mean. Like,
What do you mean?
you like,
My phantom sense. It's real.
yeah. So that blew my
real.
mind. I didn't play very much because I played with that friend a little bit and that was basically it. Didn't play too much VR chat. Just kind of messed around, like random world searching. It wasn't until maybe March that I ended up falling in with a social group who were like, Marina, you should come hang out. You have VR? Come hang out in VR chat. I've been doing VR chat. I was like, okay, sure. So I started hanging out with like Sashley and Celeron and some of my friends. in VR chat, and I found myself in VR chat with friends like almost every day for a long time.
Okay.
Night after night after night after night, just all VR chat, right? And I feel like for a lot of people, when they get VR chat, if they really like it, they do that too. Like, there's like that 2-week spurt, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, you ever talk to someone
Yeah.
who's new to VR chat? They're like, I love this thing. They're like there every day. You're like, okay.
Yeah.
And then I experienced my first party in VR chat, and that's something.
Okay.
Like, that feels like a real party. Yeah. So basically, how did I go from playing Beat Saber or whatever to doing VR chat? Like, people like dragged me into it, and I kind of fell in love with it. You know, it felt very safe. It felt nice, I think.
No, I gotcha. Yeah, like when we start playing, like when I first started playing VR chat, I was a desktop player for a month, and then when I finally got VR, like it felt like a whole new experience. It's like, oh my god, I can actually do things in this game, and I can like talk to people and like hug them and do all this cool stuff. And I remember that like sense of seeing something for the first time. Like I went on like a roller coaster in VR chat. I thought that was like the coolest thing ever. I was like, whoa! I was like, motion sickness. What the heck? But yeah, I also went to Treehouse and Shade. Actually, I knew the owner.
Oh, okay.
Who made the world? Unfortunately, they passed away. I think a year or two ago now. But
oh my gosh.
But he's been honored in VR chat. They actually made a playlist for him. I think about a year ago, around his passing, where you could actually go to every single world he's made. But
wow.
Yeah, his name was 1001, and yeah, I've had some conversations with him. I don't want to spend up too much time, but he was a nice guy. He helped me when I was making around the time like before I did a talk show world. I had him like give me some advice. So you could arguably say that 2 years later, he helped me like sort of push me towards doing a talk show world and doing what I do today.
Nice.
Yeah. So that world is actually that's like my go-to place to like give people tours for VR chat, because I think it's just like a really well done world that you just never see. Like it's using fractals, which is like an animation like overlay shader thing. Now normally people like abuse this and like make avatars with like, you know, inappropriate things on your face, but instead he put it in a way where it's just like a really cool experience of going for a trippy like whatever rainbow or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff like that, and I wish there was more worlds like that, but you know, not so many people are interested in doing these type of worlds. But anyway, so you started going to some VR chat parties, started hanging out with some people. You know, you're having fun, but was there any moments of like, this is me now? You know, I like where I am. I like to be part of, I guess we would call this the metaverse in a way. You know, did you ever think that you'd be sitting, you know, have a headset strapped on, full body on, just chilling, drinking with people, and having the time of your life?
Did I ever think that? No. I mean, in the past, no way. I've historically been a very, very social and outgoing person.
Okay.
A lot has changed a bit, you know, between experiencing what I experienced in my relationship for 3 years. It was definitely that, coupled with the quarantine, made me very, very, very introverted, I guess, and kind of like pull back. I actually went out for the first time last week. I went out and met friends IRL. It was the first time I met anyone that I've met since I started streaming.
Okay.
Met a couple friends last week, and that was like really big because I've had a lot of social anxiety around wanting to go out and stuff like that. But before that, I used to party all the time. I used to go out dancing and drinking, and basically every night I was out. Maybe 5 nights a week I was out doing something, socializing. So with a VR chat, I never would have imagined that I would be doing that. No. Because I think without knowing it, I would have just figured like that sounds That sounds lame. But actually experiencing it, it's it's really fulfilling in a social aspect completely, I would say. Did I have a moment of saying like this is the new me or this is me now? Like yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to spend time socializing digitally, whether that be on Discord or online or on VR chat. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think from an outside perspective, it might look like, oh my gosh, here's this person who's just like spending all this time like locked away in their bedroom. They're just constantly on their computer. They're like not really doing anything with anybody. But like any of us that have actually experienced what it's like to be social on the internet know that that's bullshit, right? Like some of us have the biggest social batteries that there are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that
So, yeah.
like for me, I played VR chat 4 years, so before even quarantine, and you know, I wasn't super popular in high school, but I had friends. I had a friend group, and that fell apart after graduating, and then in college, I had a couple friends, classmates, that fell apart. So I guess for me, I've always had like online friends, or when I was a YouTuber, I had YouTuber friends, but like it was just mostly business. It was kind of like, oh, let's play Minecraft together. Okay, see you later, bye. But when I started playing VR chat 4 years ago, it changed because I get to see the same person every day on and off stream, and we're just having fun, like whatever we're doing, going to parties, going to events, meeting people, and especially during COVID in the last year and a bit. It really helped me out because if I didn't like stream, or even if I didn't stream and only played VR chat, I still think it would be okay. But if I didn't play VR chat, I don't know what the hell I'll be. I don't know, somewhere.
Yeah.
I feel like it fills that social need in your brain,
right?
Like that serotonin, that dopamine, whatever you want to call it. Like it fills that void of being like, hey, you know, I'm at the beach right now in VR chat or VR or whatever, or I'm at a party and I'm drinking with my friends. Like I don't have to go to a bar and then, you know, get drunk and then have to get an Uber home and do all that bullshit. I could just sort of be at home, crack some combs with the boys, be silly and laugh it off in VR, and then just take off the headset and just roll in your bed and call it a day, you know?
Yeah. Or you use the VR headset in your bed. That too.
Yeah, that's true. I don't do that, but I know people do. A lot of people fall asleep, and I just go like, haha, that person fell asleep. Hee hee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Do you remember when you and I first interacted or met?
I do. I remember the first time we interacted. Do you?
I want you to retell the story for everybody, and I'll fill in the blanks.
So, the very first time I saw you, I was streaming, and I don't think I was having a particularly good day streaming. So, basically, to give a little bit of a quick overview, I said I started streaming to like 10 people. I streamed to about an average of 10 people for August, September, October. Like maybe it creeped up to like 16 people. But I streamed to about an average of, I'm gonna say 20 people. From January to May, January to basically beginning of June, I streamed to like 20 to 30 people.
Okay.
Right. On a good day, it was like 30, 35. Maybe we even hit 40. Like that was, you know, where I was. So when summer happened, I got to a point where I was out of nowhere. I don't really know what happened. Like, did a special like challenge stream, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere I was averaging like 80 to 100, and I was very happy about it, right, as you might imagine. But as Twitch is really volatile, I remember specifically getting really stressed out when you get to the point where you're like near partner. I'm sure you can relate to this too. Like when you're a streamer and you get to the point where you're near partner, it is the most stressful and unfun part of streaming. Is the constant worrying of like, am I gonna have a bad stream and it's just gonna make my average go down, and then I'm so close to partner but I'm never gonna hit it, like, right? So that's yeah. So I remember feeling like shit this day because it was like one of those things where like one day I'm at 100 something and then the next day I'm streaming to like 30 people.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it was a matter of how did I go from here to here literally overnight, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was super stressed, super feeling like dog shit. And I like saw someone pop into my chat. It's like that one rebel. Who is that? Huh? And you were just, I don't remember what you said, but I remember you popping into my chat and just being like, oh, hey, what's up? Whatever, like, talking about something I was doing or whatever. And I was gonna, like, how did this person find me? And also, just, like, feeling bad, but, like, okay. I think I might have asked you, and I think you said, like, oh, you were recommended. It's like, oh, okay, cool. And we chatted a little bit. I feel like maybe 5-6 messages, and then, I feel like you disappeared at that point. Maybe you left my chat.
Okay.
And I was like, okay. And then I remember you came back a few days later.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. And then I remember following you on Twitter and just being like, damn, this bitch is hot. And I was like, oh, who is she? Shit, her avatar is so nice. Now the actual first interaction I had with you, like over voice or anything like that, where we talked to each other,
Mm-hmm.
was it VR chat?
I believe so, yeah.
I feel like it was VR chat.
Yes.
I think it was just a matter of like, you were like, hey, do you want to hang out? Or something. And I feel like we had a back and forth for a while of like trying to plan something to actually hang out. And then we actually hung out. I think we just like chilled in a world, or you like took me to worlds or something like that.
Yeah.
I think from what I can remember. I don't know. What do you remember?
I remember that. Yeah, I came in. I was just like, who's this Marina person? Let's chill out, you know? I typed a few times. That's very typical of me. That's very true. I usually write a few times, then I lurk for like a couple minutes, and then I hop off to somebody else. Because that's just how I am. Yeah, and then I came back a few days later. I was like, oh, she's streaming again. Oh, what's going on here, huh? And then I decided to message you. I think I was the one to message you first.
Okay.
And I saw that because I clicked on your Twitter, and then I saw that like a bunch of the people that I follow or know are also following you. So I was like, oh, okay, we must have mutual friends here. Okay. And then I hit you up, and I was like, yo, what's up? And then eventually I was like, hey, you want to hang out sometime? And then we met up in VR chat, and guess the rest is history with that, you know. I remember I know it was you and some, I think your friends, I forget, but it was something like that. The Just Be Club, you know, where all the good stuff happens.
Just Be Club. Yeah. Where all the good stuff happens.
Yeah. So I think it was something like that. And then we got to talking, and over time I liked the conversations we're having. And then I guess you could say that you're the reason I ended up going to Afterglow, because I didn't know about that at all. Yeah. I knew about the one prior to that happened like a year ago, but I didn't know it was still a thing. So you're the one who got me involved with that. So I was like, oh shit, you know. And then you invited me to some hangouts of your friends, and then I thought to myself, Marina's a pretty cool person. Yeah, maybe one day I'll interview her. And so I did.
Oh, you kept teasing me because you were like, when I interview people, like just everyone I interview them, and then they like get partner the next week.
Yeah, it's true.
And I was like, yeah, yeah, is that true? You wanna interview me? And we talked about doing an interview, and it never came to fruition. And I was just like, shit, I'm never gonna get a partner because Rebel won't interview me. And And then here we are. We set this up. You asked me to do the interview a few weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You asked me to do the interview a few weeks ago, and Twitch beat you to it. You know, they partnered me before the interview, so the timing. Yeah. Can you imagine if we would have done an interview last week and then I would have gotten partner like 2 days later? That would have been amazing. That would have that would have fallen exactly in line with the prophecy.
Yeah, the prophecy was foretold. Unfortunate. Yeah. I should have I should have done it earlier. Damn. Well, like I think there's multitude of reasons for it. One of them, like obviously we're in Discord. Like normally I do interviews in VR chat, but obviously we didn't want to do that, so I had to then plan for a Discord interview. It takes a lot more effort because I have to do a lot more planning. So there's that, and then the days you're available, I was busy on, so that's unfortunate. But that's just the way things go. But you know, the important thing is we're here and now, and that's what matters.
We're here now, and I'm excited. I've been having so much fun so far.
Yeah, exactly. I get to know you a little bit more, you know. I think our first interaction in VR chat was like you just gushing over and being like, "Wow, you're so hot." What the fuck?
Oh yeah.
Every time you see me, you're like, "God, Rebel."
Because your model is so fucking hot. What do you mean?
A lot of redacted things that I can't say.
Oh yeah, a lot of things we can't repeat.
Yeah. So I was like, damn. You know, when you say those things, I will admit it makes me blush and it makes me smile a little bit. Because, and then the reason why is because to get this model done, it took me a very long time of thinking, like to get it organized, to get the right person, to get the right character sheet. It took me like 6 months of planning before I even got the model. So when people say that, like you, it makes me really happy because that means that I did something great and it took a long ass time to decide it.
Hell yeah. No, your model is great. Your model's wonderful. I really like the design.
Oh yeah, you like the new one with the latex?
I do. I like everything that I've seen. All of the different Rebelverse versions.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. My next question is, we'll fast forward to a more recent time, last week specifically, and that was you getting partnered. So obviously it's a long time coming. You know, you've been at it for about a year, and then you finally
for a long time.
Yeah, edging. Yeah, that's how I feel every day when I talk to you. Anyway, how did it feel to finally get partnered on Twitch?
It was wild. It was wild. So what's interesting is, like, I think maybe because I was in public, but the first thing obviously is finally hitting that point where your application unlocks, right?
Yep.
Because I'm sure most people know this, but for anyone in chat who doesn't know this, like, the way that things work with partnership on Twitch is you need to have 3 things.
Yep.
The first 2 are easy. They're just a matter of you actually wanting to stream. One is like you have to stream for, I think, 25 hours in the month.
Yep.
And the other one, you have to stream at least 12 days in the month. Now the last one is you have to have an average of 75 viewers. And once you hit all 3 of those things, it says, congratulations, you've completed the path to partner, and you can now apply for partner, right?
Yep.
Now the thing is, that average is not quite your true average, right? It's a scaled down average. Let me explain. So if you get a raid of 1,000 people,
yes,
and you have 1,000 people come into your chat and 800 hang out, and you're like, hell yeah, I have 800 people in my chat, hell yeah, and you're like streaming, and you end your stream. Let's say you started with like 30 people in your chat, right?
Yes.
You have 800 at the end of that, right? Like, you end stream, your average on your dashboard will say you averaged 800 people. But then when you go to the Twitch partner page, it'll say your average was 30.
Yep.
Because they don't count anyone that came in on a raid. right?
Uh-oh.
I've heard mixed things.
Sorry.
okay? Did I cut out for a second?
Yeah, you cut out for a second. There's a glitch in the matrix.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay. I've heard mixed things on this. I have heard that people don't come in on the raid, but if they get rid of the raid referral and they refresh your stream, that their view counts, right? That's the popular opinion. But I also saw recently from some person who was like, I code for Twitch, blah blah blah, and they claimed that basically if somebody raids you, those raid viewers for that stream will never count no matter what they do. They've been like tagged as raiders.
Uh-oh.
And that there's no way to do that. Anyway, just to kind of get the point across that like it's very hard to get that 75 average.
It
right?
is, yeah.
Like it's very difficult. Because those raids don't count. So I had a stream out of nowhere. Don't know what the fuck happened. Was streaming my for the last couple months I've been streaming an average of like 50 people. And all of a sudden I had a stream. I played Super Animal Royale. Nothing incredibly different. Got one raid of like 40 people. I had like 40. So it brought me up to 80. And now normally what happens with raids is you get a raid and you know, over 5-10 minutes your number drops down at least by half of that raid.
Yep.
Sometimes all the way down to what you were. Right? Which is normal. Now that day, my number just stayed there. It stayed there for the 5-10 minutes. And then it went up. And then it went up. And then it went up. And I don't know what happened. Because I didn't get any other big raids. But I climbed all the way to 200. And
Holy shit.
I was kind of sweating. Like, what's happening here? Right? Like, it was like 2-3 hours in. I was at like 200. And then I started climbing all the way up to 300. And I had no idea what was going on. I had no idea where like these hundreds of people were deciding to come watch me. Right? And I was like, we're gonna ride this shit out. We're gonna ride this shit out because this feels so good, right? And I streamed like 18 hours that day. And we had an average of like 240 by the end. And the best part was like, that was a true average. Like that was a partner average because I didn't have raids. So that one stream sent me from, I think I had an average of like 62 in that partner app to just boom, you're done. Here you go. Here's your app.
Shit.
I applied immediately. I was just like, hey, so here's my deal. Here's what I've been doing. And I'll be honest about my partner app. Like I was very upfront with, I've been growing and trying as hard as I can. And I had a very good summer. And then August and September have been really rough. I've had personal issues. We've had hate raids. We've had the changing climate due to COVID. And despite all these hardships, I've remained determined and I've pushed and I've continued to stream. And I'm very proud of myself getting to this point, right? So when you ask about like getting a partner, like when I unlocked that partner application, I cried. I cried for a long time because that's like what I had been working so hard for a while. Right? And that was really important to me. So that really hit me hard. That's what the reaction was like then. Like, I was in disbelief. I was like, we did it. We finally did it. And then I did my application. It was about 2.5 weeks. I had friends come to visit, and my friend Noxie come visit me. We were out shopping, and we're standing there in Uniqlo. I just bought a cute ass bra, and I checked my email while she was checking out, and I looked and I saw, congratulations, you're invited to the Switch Partner Program. And I just kind of stopped and was like, what?
It's the lucky bra. Is that all?
It was the lucky bra. But I stopped and I looked at this application and I was like, no. And I just kind of like jaw agape, like slowly walked over to Noxie and I just like put my hand on her shoulder and showed her the phone and she just, oh oh my god, and like we hugged and got like super happy, like excited, and like the cashier's kind of like, what the fuck's wrong with these bitches? and she was just like, this is like, oh my god, she just made Twitch partner, and and I was like, ah, and then the cashier was like, ah, yay, congratulations. And yeah, and so that was my moment, and it was like, it was a very different feeling, because like when I got the app, like I like broke down, cried, like it was really intense. When I actually got a partner, it was a much different feeling for like a much different feeling, emotional feeling, I guess I'll say. Because I didn't cry, but I was like just ecstatic. And the first thing I did was hop into one of my best friends on Twitch, hopped into Ronnie's stream, and I tweaked my chat settings so I had my check mark. And that was the first time I used my check mark, was I hopped into Ronnie's stream, and I was like, hey Ronnie, and he looked and he saw the check mark and he freaked the fuck out, because he's been trying to tell me for a year, like, you're so good at what you do and you're gonna have a partner by the end of the year. And I was like, no, fuck you, like, fuck you, it's no way, right? So it was intense. It was really nice. And streaming since getting partner has been the biggest relief. Because like I said, when you stream in that pre-partner phase, it is the most stressful time you will ever have on Twitch.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah, it's that, will I make it? Will I get there? Sort of thing.
Yeah, you want to hear my story?
I got there. I do.
All right. So last year, thanks for that, Red. Last year, I've been doing interviews for about a year at this point, just over a year, and I got my new talk show world, which is the one we're using today now, like this layout, but I have it in the same in VR chat. And for a long time, people have been saying, like, Rebel, you're going to get partnered, dude. And at the time, my average was climbing. So I've been streaming VR chat for about 4 years. Or at this time, it was about 3 years.
Yeah.
And basically, my average was about, like, 10 the entire time until I started doing interviews. And then it went to, like, 15, and then 20. And then I started doing interviews September of 2019. So imagine going from 10 to like 15, and then shortly after that, like 20 and 25. And then by the time it was the end of 2019, maybe like 25, 30. Only when I did interviews. If I did anything that wasn't an interview, then it was like back down to like 10. So it made me more convinced to do more interviews, because I was like, I needed, these are what people want to see, man. So in January, February, March, April, May, June, it started hovering around like the 30-40 mark, specifically just for interviews. Then a couple of my friends, in 2019 and 2020 was a big year for a lot of VR chat people because of the pandemic, because of COVID. A lot of people are getting partnered, and it also became a joke, or this inside meme, that if you came on my show, people would get partnered. And it happened literally about, in the VR chat space, like 50-60 people in the last 2 years. So at this point in time, like a year, so like 30 people. It was nuts. Like it literally was a meme that if you went on my stream or on my talk show, you literally get partnered in like a week or two. And it kept happening and happening and happening, and people kept like spreading the word. They're like, what the fuck, you go on Rebel's stream, you get partnered, but he doesn't get partnered. Haha, that's the joke. Everyone else gets partnered by him. I was like, man, what the shit. So so anyway, I applied for partner, I think late June or early July of 2020. Because I had 2 attempts. So that was my first attempt. I had just about over 75 to 80 viewers at the time, because I was pushing interviews more and more. So I was doing them almost every day, and it was crazy to do that. But and then that was the average. I immediately applied. I didn't have any high hopes that I would get accepted. And then because of COVID, they said that they would take longer to actually see if you get partnered or not. So it's about like 30 days, and then I said nope, you get partnered, and I was like fuck. So instead, so a lot of people who don't get partnered the first attempt, especially in the VR chat space, a lot of people will get very upset or depressed because they think they're not good enough. So instead of being like that negative Nancy stereotype that's happening to a lot of other people, was that I just said fuck it, I'm gonna do more interviews. I'm just gonna go like ham. So I literally only did interviews for the next like 2 months. Like I didn't do any other type of content. It was just I did an interview for 2 hours and immediately cut my stream. And that's what I did almost every day for like, I don't know, over a month, at least 40 days or something like that. It was like 40 days of interviews and 40 interviews in 40 days, something like that. And my average just like skyrocketed. It went from like 75 to 100, 125, 50, 150 to like 200. Yeah. And then I applied again when my average was about 180, which is twice what is required, if not almost 3 times. Yeah. And then on August 9th, I woke up. I remember it. And I don't think my parents were home. It was just me by myself, taking care of my dog, my family's dog. And and then I see an email from Twitch. And normally I think it's for something else, like, oh, a newsletter or some bullshit or whatever. And then it says, hey, congratulations, you're now partnered. And I was like, what the fuck? And I started like screaming. I was like 10 o'clock in the morning. And at the time, I would hang around a person in VR chat by the name of Autumn VR, one of my good friends. Okay. And she wasn't partnered at the time. And I got partnered. And then I immediately messaged her. And I was just like, Autumn, I got partnered. Like, what the fuck? And then I immediately, like, we sit in a voice call. And she's like, going crazy. I'm going crazy. She's like, put the check mark on. Put the check mark on. And I was just like, all right, how do I do this shit? And then, that was how I got partnered. That was over a year ago. So it was pretty nutty for me. And then shortly after, I don't remember when she got partnered, but Autumn got partnered a couple months later, I think. But yeah.
Nice. After you interviewed her.
Yeah, that is also true. Yeah. Oh, I forgot one minor detail. So, Jades, who plays VR chat. So to be a part of the meme, Jades, I was looking for someone to interview me, and nobody wanted to do it for whatever reason, or no one like knew how to like interview or whatever. So I asked Jades, and Jades like, yeah, I'll interview you. So she interviews me on my own show. So I sit where you're sitting, and she sits where I sit. Yeah. And then in VR chat, and then she interviewed me for like an hour or 2 hours or whatever it was. And then literally the week after that, I got partnered. So I mean, shit is. It's full circle.
You just had to be on your own show. That's it.
Yeah, that was literally the meme. I had to be on my own show to get partnered, and it worked. And she was like, "What the fuck?" Even she was like, "What? Hey, it worked. See, it worked, Rebel." I was like, "Yeah." Yeah. It was a good luck charm. You just had to be interviewed by by someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I immediately, like, after getting partnered, I felt like the happiest I've ever been in a very, very long time.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was like a weight off my shoulders because I was stressing out for such a long time. I'd be like, oh, I'll never get partnered. I literally interviewed
every single email that comes in from Twitch. You're like, what is it? And it's just like, oh, my sub renewed, or like this person's following you. Yeah.
It took about 28 days for the second. It was kind of weird, but yeah, it was a weird time because normally it said it takes 2 weeks to see your partner.
Yeah.
But it took like a month. So I was just like, I don't fucking know, man. And I was talking to a lot of like Twitch partners at the time. Also this time GTA was really big. So a lot of GTA streamers were coming to VR chat to try it out. So I interviewed a lot of GTA streamers, and that I guess boosted my numbers because some of them have thousands of viewers. So a lot of them, I got in contact with, and they, because they sort like it was the perfect time because they were literally playing VR chat for the first time. So I get to interview someone who literally just started playing the game. I was like, "What do you think?" And they're like,
"Yeah, that's kind of cool."
They're like, "Heck yeah, it was great." But it was a really, really fun time.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the interview about you, not about me. I think in a little bit here. Do you think we should start playing those games?
Yeah, let's do a game.
Explain that. Which one do you want to do? Explain that tweet. Think fast, or would you rather?
Oh God, yeah, you pick. You pick.
Okay. We'll do the first one. Explain that tweet. So
Okay.
for everyone on the same page here, and Marina as well. Basically, what I did was I did a deep dive. I went on MarinaBooUwU's Twitter and I started looking, and obviously it took me a while.
Which is dangerous to do.
Dangerous. Yeah, don't look on people's Twitter on stream, by the way. That's very dangerous. I never do that. But anyway, all I did was I took screenshots, so it's fine. And so I found 3 interesting tweets, and I thought to myself, you know, let's read these tweets out to you, and you can also look at my stream to see what they actually look like, and give some more context as to what's going on. So let's do that. The first stop, I need to change up the music. So give me a second here.
All right. All right.
All right. We'll do yeah, here we go. This music's great. Kevin MacLeod. What a great soundtrack.
Kevin MacLeod, classic
yeah,
composer.
classic.
Love.
Yeah.
Love
Best
Kevin.
composer. All right. Here's the first tweet. It's you're typing to somebody called Tobe Skunk VTuber, and then you reply with I'm a bust. What is this? Yeah.
I'm a bust. I'm a bust. What do you mean? What do you mean? Did I pause? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah, model froze for a second.
Am I good?
You're good
Am I
now. You're good now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So what do you mean by I'm a bust?
Oh, what do I mean?
Yeah, what's going on here?
I'm a bust. You look at this. You see these band-aids full of bands?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I understand what you thought was gross. Yeah. Yeah, it just hits me different, you know, makes me feel a certain kind of way, and I'm a
certain
bust.
kind of way. This
This
is during November, so.
Oh, I'm not doing No Nut November. I'm doing Non-Stop Nut November.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta make sure actually that interview doesn't go too long because I need to get my nut in.
I gotcha. I
Yeah,
understand. Yeah. Me too.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Okay, anyway, next tweet. So here's the next one. We have a Discord vanity URL now. Join us at discord.gg/armpits. What's going on here?
Oh yeah, I had some really generous people in my community.
Okay.
Boost my server up to tier 3, up to level 3, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
And one of the things you get is a vanity URL, and so you have to put in a thing, and unfortunately Marina was taken.
Oh.
Right? Like I tried to do discord.gg/Marina because that would have been great. Now I could have done like a MarinaBoo or MarinaBooUwU, but I was like, you know what? Hold on. For the memes.
Okay.
Does armpits work? And armpits was available. No one had taken armpits. So I just made my discord.gg/armpits. And it's great.
So why
for anyone
do you
who
like
doesn't-
why do you like armpits so much?
For anyone who doesn't know me, I am not very shy about the fact that I like armpits. Okay, so I'm very gay, very lesbian in particular. Very femme attracted. So, a nice cute girl.
Yeah.
Armpits exposed. Like, that's where it's at. Why do I like armpits? Okay, there's a whole science behind it, Rebel. They say
Okay.
not conclusive evidence. There's not conclusive evidence yet as to whether like humans emit pheromones exactly the same way as like animals and stuff. However,
Okay.
we know that there are like sense zones. We know that certain things like that do happen.
Okay.
Basically, armpits smell good, and it makes your brain go ooh, or it should. That's the purpose. That's the biological purpose of like, your areas, like your armpits and your pubic area, is to smell attractive.
Okay.
When you're trying to attract a mate, and I think girl armpits are nice. Basically, how I don't remember how it came about. I think we were talking about like things that we were into, and I was definitely nervous at first because it's like, haha, I don't know if I want to say that I like armpits, but I don't remember when I said it for the first time, but I said it on stream at some point. We were talking about being interested in things or what we liked or kinks or whatever,
Okay.
and I said that I liked armpits, and people were like, "Oh, really?" Right? Like, you know, I was afraid. I think everyone is like this when you talk about any kind of like anything that's like a kink. It's very like personal. It's very personal and vulnerable, and so when you talk about a kink, I was expecting people to be like, "What the fuck? Like, that's gross," or like whatever. And like every so often someone says something like that, but to be honest, I don't really care because I've become more comfortable in myself and what I like, and yeah. I like girls' armpits, and so it just kind of became a meme. Like I really embraced it, and we got an armpit emote that the wonderful Rosary Inc. made for us. And then I had this lick commissioned.
Yeah.
And then my chat likes to put the two together. They like to put the armpit and the lick together.
Are you very what do you call it? Selective about your armpits? Like, what if someone hasn't shaved in like a week or so? Is that a bad thing or is that a good thing?
I'm down. I'm pretty indifferent. I'm pretty indifferent when it comes to like, because I mean the thing is, when a lot of people who have aversion to things like hair or whatever, it's socialized. It's 100% socialized.
Yeah.
Like a girl who has some hair in her armpits or a girl who has bare armpits, like they're gonna be pretty similar, right?
What if it's untamed?
I don't really.
It's just a jungle.
Sure, I don't care.
Damn,
If she's happy,
boys.
I'm happy.
I'm in, boys.
If she's happy, I'm happy. You know,
Yeah.
because you can.
I need a lawnmower.
You can have armpit hair
trim it.
and be hygienic. You know, having hair does not mean, and this is something that people for some reason equate in their head. Like, having hair does not mean you're unhygienic, right?
Yeah.
It's literally just an aesthetic choice. That's all that's going on there. No, yes, it's true that like someone who has hair, whether it's pubic hair, armpit hair, or whatever, like it is going to kind of get some of the sweat or whatever on it,
Stinky.
and it will like retain certain smells maybe. But yeah,
You know, you could collect the armpit sweat and then put it in a jar, and then it would be like a pheromone bomb, and then you just like toss that at somebody.
Yeah.
And they'll go crazy.
Yeah.
Specifically you would probably go mental. You know, you just like, whoa,
Yeah,
get over here, and you just pounce on them.
it's like the dolphin, like the dolphin jelly. Have you heard of that?
No.
Yeah.
No, but I'm gonna say yes.
Someone in chat probably knows about the dolphin jelly.
I'm assuming it's something to do with pheromones, and then you collect them, and then makes people go crazy.
Yeah, but no, I legit am into armpits, and it's become a meme, and that's why armpits is the vanity URL for my Discord, and we have a armpits channel specifically for armpit art. Yeah, pretty good. It's pretty good. I tasted my first VTuber armpit last week. It was great.
Oh, nice.
It was great. Yeah, she tasted like, honestly, she just tasted really clean and floral, and I was like trying to understand why. Like I was like, come on, give me that stink, and
Give me that stink.
it was
now.
just
Okay.
fucking flowers and rainbows. Like, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
It was
anyway,
nice. Yeah.
onto this next tweet. This time, it's just you reacting to something, so now we're not gonna know what the context is.
Okay.
So,
I hope I know what the context is.
well, you said that only if you get to lick the spoon clean after.
Oh God. What was the Okay, the context of this was probably someone asking if they could be my little spoon.
Okay.
That's my guess. Someone probably asked me if they could be my little spoon.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, I said only if I can lick the spoon clean after. You know.
Okay. Do you,
Yeah.
do you what was that? Are you speaking in
My
tongues?
tongue.
I got a tongue.
I'm very good at speaking in tongues.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's probably my specialty, to be honest.
Do you like to be the small spoon or the big spoon?
Big spoon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I do. I mean, I'll be a small spoon if someone wants to be a big spoon. Like, I don't mind flipping over. Like, it's nice to be held, but generally, I'm used to, and I like being the big spoon.
Oh, nice.
I'm a very, I like to take care of people.
Oh, you're very caring.
Right? It's why I'm a dommy mommy, to be honest. Like, I like to provide a service for people. I like to care for people. I like to make people feel nice. I like to make people feel good. I like to make people feel loved.
Okay.
And so I feel like that just kind of goes into being a big spoon.
You like to make me feel good? With
Of
this
course.
interview?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I hope I get to lick the spoon clean after.
Yes. Me too. And make sure the spoon's clean. You gotta use detergent, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you can't
Yeah,
spread
let me
COVID.
just- Yeah, let me just put that Tide Pod in my mouth and break it open,
Oh,
and then we'll be
God.
ready to go.
Please don't do that. That's how you end in the hospital. I had a friend who went to college like 10, 15 years ago. Well, they were like much older than me. And they told a story about how they went to a college party. Oh, let me turn off this music. This is a serious time. You went to a college party and someone put half of a Tide Pod into the punch bowl and it poisoned almost all the people there. Nobody died, unfortunately, but people almost died.
Wait, did you say no one died, unfortunately?
I mean, fortunately. Sorry, slip of the tongue. Damn.
Yeah.
Fortunately, nobody died. Whoops.
That's how I would rather you. Not really. I don't. No one take this seriously, please. But I would rather you put fucking a roofie in my punch bowl than put a Tide Pod in my punch bowl.
Or bleach or something.
Because I'm gonna like get dizzy, maybe pass out, hope my friends take care of me, versus I'm going to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a friend told me
Yeah.
that. And he said like he felt like he was about to die. I was like, holy shit, what kind of fucked up person does that? But those are the type of
Yeah.
stories that I remember. So whenever I go to TwitchCon and I see open beers, I'm like, yo, I ain't touching that with a 10-foot pole, bro.
Oh, no. Yeah, don't. You see an open drink, don't take it. If you're at an open bar and they just have drinks out, don't take them. Right?
Yeah, that's
And
right.
if you're drinking socially, publicly, in a big setting like that, you shouldn't really be drinking alone. Make sure you're with somebody.
Yeah, true.
Always try to get a fresh drink. If they try to give you shit, just be like, this isn't safe. You have drinks out and they're being unattended, and I would like a fresh drink, please.
The only thing that
Yeah.
I will allow is for me to spit in their mouth.
Wait, what?
What?
Who? What?
Oh, for me to
Are we
I spit in their mouth. If they're gonna ask me to drink their drink, I'm gonna say I have to spit in your mouth first.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I keep
Yeah,
hydrated.
like
yeah.
if someone got you a drink, like, hey, Rebel, I got you this drink.
Yeah, I'll say
You
drink
wanna-
it first. I say, I'm like, you got this drink for me? Okay. I'm gonna
Yeah,
say,
you gotta poison test it.
yeah, poison test it. I'll say I'm the king, and you have to drink at least 90% of it first, and then I take the last 10%, and then I also wait
Yeah.
30 minutes, and then I drink the last 10, and then maybe I'll think about
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, you're smart. That's how you do it.
Well, anyway, we'll play this next game. Which one do you want to play first? Think Fast or Would You Rather?
Let's do Think Fast.
Oh yeah, let me get the music set up here. I think the reason why like your avatar freezes for a second because that's also the screen that I have my Spotify on, so I have to like alt tab. Anyway, we'll put on this music.
Oh yeah, if it's going through Discord, then anytime you hide the window or something, yeah.
I need like 5 monitors on this bitch. Anyway, we'll play Think Fast. Let me make sure I'm not revealing any of the questions. Okay, so you don't have to like, I mean, you can still watch the stream, but basically I will give you a prompt and the first thing that comes in your brain. The first thing, that's how you play this game. Think Fast. I give you a prompt, whatever the question is, whatever I'm saying, and the first thing that comes to mind, you have like 3 seconds, or we'll say you have like 1 or 2 seconds at the answer.
Are you gonna read it?
Yes,
to me? Are you gonna say the word to me?
Yes, I will read it to you, 100%.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
I think so.
All right, think fast.
Okay.
What do armpits taste like?
Salt.
Oh yeah. Who stole the milk?
I did.
What is brown and sticky?
Butthole.
What the fuck? Okay. What do people taste like?
What did what taste like?
People. What do people taste like?
People? Chicken.
Oh. Where do eggs come from?
Ovaries.
What are watermelons?
Giant fat titties.
My God. Why do you like me?
Why do I like you?
Yeah.
You're very kind. You're incredibly kind.
Oh wow, thanks. What is in the dungeon?
Whips, chains.
Who ate all the pizza?
Me. Absolutely me.
Whisper your darkest secret.
Wilm Kotze just resubscribed for 9 months. Thanks to @JibJib Flutterhouse for my sub gift. 9 months.
Sorry, had a
Let's go
sub
till
alert. You have to say it one more time.
I'm a VTuber.
Oh shit. There you go.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was poorly timed sub. But hey, I appreciate that. Thanks so much for that 9 months. That was Think Fast. Did you enjoy that?
I did.
Nice.
I did. Damn, yeah, that was one of those, what's brown and sticky? I was like, don't say buttholes, don't say buttholes, don't say buttholes. I can't think of anything else, and time's almost up. Buttholes?
Yeah, buttholes. Okay, well. Yes, it said big fat titties for watermelons, and also dungeon for whips. I mean, this just says a lot about you. This is actually just like a Rorschach, puzzle.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I'd expect.
We'll play the last final game here.
Okay.
Let me get the music set up for
I'm ready.
Alright. Okay, we're playing this type of music. So this one, you don't have to do speed round, you take your time. And I give you 2 options. I'll read them out for you. Okay. You can also look too. So we're going to play Would You Rather. For anyone who doesn't understand how this is, basically Marina has 2 options. Left or right, or blue or red. But basically I just read both of the questions and she has to pick one. You have to pick one of them and explain why.
Okay. Yeah. And explain. Okay.
So the first question. Would you rather have super stretchable legs or super stretchable arms?
Stretchable arms.
And why?
Because I can do more things with my arms. So, like,
okay.
I can, you can be like making out with a girl and just like super stretch your arms down to do other things that, you might have trouble doing otherwise. Or you just like can sit in your chair and like be like, oh shit, I want that, but I don't want to get up. And then you just like super stretch your arm over to pick it up, right? Is that how it works?
I'll confirm that my arms are strong and stretchy enough that I can reach in other places.
Yeah.
In a video game.
Yeah. Love that for you.
Okay, anyway, well, next question.
Okay.
Would you rather have nipples that constantly change colors like a disco light, or have nipples that are hard like diamonds?
Oh shit. RGB nipples are kind of cool, but would that get distracting every single time you're naked? Maybe. But if your nipples are hard like diamonds, literally
Hardest thing in the world.
are dangerous,
You could kill someone with
right?
them. You,
Like,
you-
yeah.
Someone tried to punch you right in the nipple, like, my hand. You break their hand.
Yeah.
You can
I
cut
feel like
things with them.
I feel like I'm probably gonna go with the Razer RGB nipples.
You connect them to your Corsair computer. The
Yeah.
music spectrum going on.
Yeah, it has a VRC audio link built in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is true, Circuit Man. Motorboating could be lethal. You could kill someone
Yeah.
by motorboat.
The quick side note or quick thing I just thought about related to RGB. Oh, you would appreciate this because you actually know VR. Oh, did I freeze? Okay, I
Yeah,
got a
you froze.
hotel.
Yeah.
This past week,
Uh-huh.
with Noxie, who came to visit me, and we literally went to this hotel that was like B Club. It was like just B Club. Like, you controlled your room with a tablet.
Oh shit.
There was like colors everywhere. It's like when you go inside, you literally have an RGB shower. I've never seen this in my life. You have like this glass shower and it's RGB, and it like lights up the whole room because it was almost like a capsule hotel, if you know what that is, like a very small room. It's basically just like a giant bed, like a king size bed, a little desk and a chair, and this shower pod and a sink, and then the door. Like, it's very small, but honestly, with like what we were doing, we didn't really need much more. Yeah. So the RGB shower, I'd never seen that before, and now I'm just like, I think everyone needs an RGB shower.
Okay.
You want to sync them to your RGB nipples.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, next question.
Yeah.
Would you rather live in any country for free, so you don't have to pay rent, you don't have to pay like income tax, any of that bullshit, or you live in the Metaverse 24/7? Metaverse, for those who don't understand, is basically the virtual world. It's kind of like Sword Online, or like you live in VR chat forever.
Wow. Okay. So the second one is like assuming that you are like Matrix style hooked into the Metaverse.
Yeah, or you're just stuck in there, like you're just stuck in the game, like your physical self.
Like, am I just wearing a headset for the rest of my
Well,
life?
okay.
Or am
In
I,
this
like,
sense, I will
brain
say
like
I would
this?
say that your body is your physical body is like in a comatose state, and you're just stuck in the game
Okay.
forever. But like
Okay.
you know you'll live a natural whatever 60 years or whatever. You just die of old age by living in, you know.
Is VR chat still as glitchy as it is right now?
I mean, you can play. Well, you're living
Or
in
are
the
we
metaverse, which means that technically you'd be playing VR chat currently, but maybe in 5 years you'd be playing like a better version of VR chat or another different metaverse type game. So you're always going to be playing different like VR games essentially.
Yeah, and assuming that I have Phantom Touch.
Oh yeah. Well, you have full on haptics. You feel everything.
Okay. Probably the Metaverse.
Oh shit.
Probably the Metaverse, I think. I don't know, it's just like... So, if living in any country for free would be cool,
Yeah.
right? Like... But at the end of the day, there's still other limitations that you would have. Like, in the Metaverse, you don't have to worry about anything. You literally don't even have to sleep. Assuming, right? Like...
You could if you
And
wanted
then-
to.
Okay. And you are... You know, what would be interesting is how that would change the way people interact with each other. Because, like, in VR chat, you know, people run up to each other and they, like, give each other this is one of my biggest pet peeves. Is, like, people, if I don't know you, like, I'll have random dudes just come up, try to talk to me, and start head patting me. And I'm like, who the fuck are you? Like, don't touch me. Right? And I wonder if we were ever at a place where you're actually like brain linked into the metaverse, like how that changes, you know? Because like in VR chat now, like people just like walk around naked all the time, or they like just start touching each other, or they like do things that like, do you know what I mean? Like they do things that you don't do IRL. Like you don't just pull out your tits randomly. You're like, look at the nipple piercings on this model. It's
Look at my
so
RGB
cute."
nipples.
I just I just added this tattoo. Like, you know, like people do that all the time. But if you were in there 20, and if it was your actual existence,
Yeah.
I wonder how it would change the way people behave, the social aspect of VR chat. Because VR chat's kind of like the Wild West right now.
Yeah.
There are no real rules.
That's true. I feel
Yeah.
my nipples are hard as diamonds. Someone goes up to you, hey, my nipples are hard as diamonds. Look at me, I have RGB. Yeah, that's VR chat for you.
Love that. Yeah.
Okay, next question. Would you rather only play Skyrim for 1 year? Now, you can technically stream if you want to, but you only have to play that one game for 1 year, or only play Dead by Daylight for 1 year.
Dead by Daylight. I've never played Skyrim.
Oh, shit. I thought you were going to say Skyrim because you could have all the mods. You can be a hot anime girl running around in Skyrim.
Oh, shit. I didn't think about that one. But I've never played Skyrim, actually.
Well, see, that's the unknown. See, if you didn't play Skyrim, then you have a whole year of, like, mod content.
Oh, God. What if I don't like it? What if I get into, like, day 3, I'm just like, oh, I'm sick of this shit.
Well, you're fucked then.
Yeah. At least with Dead by Daylight, it's like, no, I would get so sick of that shit. Only being able to play that, nothing else for a year.
You have
Either
to like,
way,
you have to like make up like interesting content where you're like, oh, I'm gonna play blindfolded now. Oh, I'm gonna play with no audio.
Yeah, this is rough. This is a rough question.
I never say any of these questions would be easy. They may have to make you think.
Yeah, that's good. That's good though.
Okay,
like that,
so you chose Dead by Daylight, right? That's your final
yeah.
answer?
Yeah.
And then our final would you rather question.
Okay.
Would you rather become a superhero or a supervillain, and why?
I feel like I would be more of an anti-hero, if you will. Like a chaotic good is definitely what I would be on an alignment chart if I had like superhero powers.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't want to be a superhero, but I might end up like turning into like a Light Yagami from Death Note and just like becoming.
Oh shit. You'd be like,
super
you
fucked
said
up.
my VTuber model's ugly? You're fucking donezo, buddy. You take out the book.
Well, it's just like, well, because, you know, it's with great power comes great responsibility, and I feel like power does corrupt people sometimes. I'd hope not, but I'd want to be a superhero. Like, I like taking care of people. I like helping people. Like, I don't. Does anyone set out to be?
What would be your
supervillain?
power? What would be your power?
What would be my power?
Yeah. If you're a superhero, you could have like a power of some kind. RGB nipples.
Yeah, that's it.
And then
that's all you need.
and that's how you hypnotize people, and then that's how you make people do what you want.
Exactly. If I was a superhero, what would I?
Yeah, you have to have a power.
Kind of.
Like super speed, super flight.
Yeah,
I don't know.
my. Are we talking about me? Are we talking about my character?
Oh, your
We're
character.
talking about VTubing wise. VTubing wise. Oh, well, I'm. Do you want a sneak peek? Because this is actually literally what I'm working on with my new rebrand and my lore. But
Oh shit.
my character definitely falls more in line with superhero. Definitely falls more in line with like vigilante / anti-hero.
Like Deadpool.
And the powers go in line with dark magic.
Oh
The
my
ability
God.
to manipulate life. I can take away things, or I can give things.
A necromancer. Oh my
Close.
god.
Close. I wouldn't quite say a necromancer, but it's
A witch.
similar.
Oh. That's all we're gonna get.
Yeah.
Oh shit. She can take away life and then bring it back to somebody. Equal exchange. Are you a Full Metal Alchemist?
Although I do use when I have a mood board for my model, I do use Lust from Full Metal Alchemist as a like a example.
Oh. Yeah, I think we're all feeling lust during November, so I think we all can relate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially after looking at armpits.
Yeah. Especially after some nice armpits, for sure.
Yeah. So anyway, that's all the Would You Rather questions. That's all the game modes that we have for today.
I loved that. That was so fun.
Oh yeah? You like that, huh?
Yeah.
Let me get everything going here. But yeah. But anyway, back to the normal interview. That was fun. That was a nice little segment, huh? Did you feel a little hot under the collar? The music makes it more intense because it's like so like.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say? Yeah. Fuck, I should have. I mean, I could have just sent you the links to play along to. But
That's okay.
it's okay. But anyway, we've been going for an hour and an hour and 51 minutes, but technically since the interview is an hour and 40 minutes, so we're making some good time here. So we're gonna start taking questions from the chat, specifically from the document that I use. Let me see here.
Do you have a question form? Oh, I see.
Yeah, question form. So if anybody has any questions, you can type in the chat or you can use this Google form. And we have a question here from Dead Guy. He says, what do both of you think of the Metaverse, Facebook, and what kind of effect is it going to have on streaming on Twitch?
Like Facebook's
Uh-oh, she's cutting out.
trying to build out the metaverse.
Yeah, so
sorry.
yes,
This happens every so often.
Yeah. It's so basically the
bad.
question is, what's your thoughts on like Facebook's version of the metaverse? To give you perspective, it's Mark's version of it, and then obviously, our version we played is VR chat.
Yeah. Oh my fucking god. Hold on.
No worries. It's a glitch in the matrix.
Oh wait.
I'm pause champing. I'm holding.
Thanks, honey, for using your Twitch sub on me.
Prime gaming sub.
MarinaBooUwU just
Sorry, every time you
subscribed
stream
to
with,
Twitch
like,
Prime.
Does this say MarinaBooUwU?
Stop for me.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Every time it would stop, I would reload, and then it would be like, "Here's an ad," and I'm like, "Oh, this doesn't help me."
Oh, Prime gaming. Now you won't
alright.
get ads. Thanks.
Yeah, I won't. Did you know that, chat? I used my Prime gaming sub. It's absolutely free. It comes with my Twitch Prime.
Oh.
All I had to do was click subscribe and then look and check if there was a little click box that said use Prime gaming sub. And there was, which means that my Prime sub was available. And so I was able to click that, and I was able to subscribe to Rob here for absolutely no additional cost. Feels good. And now I have access to all of Rebel's emotes too. So that's pretty neat. Like I can do things now like this, and then this, and then this, and look at this great thing that I can do now.
Oh my god. Look at that.
Because I am subscribed with my Prime gaming sub. Love that for me.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, every so often it seems like something happens where my computer has a pause in like sending out the data.
Yeah.
Data kind of freezes for a second.
It's okay.
I might need to just reload, like restart my router at some point because I haven't done that in probably like 3 months. That might have something to do with it. Anyway, what was I gonna say? What were we talking about?
Oh, it's talking about the
Metaverse.
yes. the question
So
again. Sorry.
I'm gonna be honest. Okay, read it. Yeah.
I'll reread the question so everyone's on the same page here. This question comes from Dead Guy. The question is, I'm reading as it's written. What do both of yous think of the metaverse, in brackets Facebook, and what kind of effects is it going to have on streaming on Twitch?
So I don't like to give opinions for things that I'm not well educated on, and I don't know that much about this. I think there's some people that probably know a lot more than I do. What I know is that Facebook is a corporation. I know that Facebook likes money, and I know that whatever they do, they're in business to make money off of your data and make money off of you. So the idea of Facebook wanting to control the metaverse, I think, is basically Facebook saying, shit, I think the future is like VR chat, but I want to go ahead and take that first, right? Like, I'm guessing that they want to create their own, like, a VR chat kind of thing.
Oh, that's all you had to say? Sorry.
it would have to... No, sorry, like, I'm pausing a thing.
Oh, okay.
It would have to be really, really good in order for people to drop, like, VR chat. Because arguably, Neos VR is already VR chat with better features, more customizability, like, access and integration to more technology. But the user base for VR chat versus Neos VR is, like, my understanding is way bigger for VR chat. Like, the reason why Neos VR chat isn't the dominant force is because everyone's already in VR chat, and it's hard to get everybody to move to a new platform, right?
Yes.
Like, you really need to work hard and have something really unique to get everyone to, like, get up and move, because people are lazy. You know what I mean? That's why, like, if you can think about apps we have, like, over the past, what, 15 to 20 years, like, if I think about all of the apps, there's only a handful, right? Like, apps go on for years because people don't want to move, right? The really big first social network was MySpace, and that was around for years, and then we got Facebook, and then it's basically just still been Facebook, you know, because no one wants to move, right? You have social media. What, you have Instagram, you have Twitter.
Yep.
You've had some that have come and gone, like Vine. But TikTok's the new big one.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't like. Facebook obviously has a lot of money. I don't know who their target demographic is going to be. Well, I think their target demographic is casuals.
It's like Nintendo with, like, kids, you know, like casual gamers. That's why Nintendo's, like, the most popular of all the consoles, because it appeals to, like, the you know, the young adults, the kids. It's family. Anyone can get into it, you know, at any age. You can be 60 years old or 10 years old and enjoy Super Mario, you know.
Exactly. They are trying to do with the Oculus right now what Nintendo did with the Wii. Right, like Nintendo.
That's actually a good comparison, yeah.
Yeah. They're pushing it like crazy. There's ads all around. Like, I left my house for the first time, right? When I said I went to go out, like, there were Oculus ads everywhere.
Yeah.
And it was just ads of people doing things and, like, with an Oculus headset on. I don't think, honestly, the best ads, to be honest, but yeah, just they're really pushing it. They're really, really marketing it, and the ads are very clearly for casuals who are not, like, tech enthusiasts, VR enthusiasts, anything like that. Gamers, no, it's just for anybody rando, like the Wii was. Yeah. What do you think? What do you think about, like, do you have an opinion on Facebook?
Yeah, I've already said some stuff in my VR chat streams, but to reiterate, my opinion on the metaverse, it's as someone who's actually played VR chat for 4 years, I actually watched the whole, like, they had it was like a presentation as a live stream, and they showed it all off and whatever in the concept, and the way they're, like, presenting it was they already have a thing called Facebook Horizons, which is, like, their VR chat clone that they made, like, about a year ago. The problem is that there's no customization, right? You can't, like, have an avatar like yours or mine. Like you have to play basically like a Sims character builder, and they don't even have legs. Like everyone's just like a half floating ghost, like Casper the Friendly Ghost or something.
Wait, what?
So they don't have like they only have a torso. Like they actually don't have legs. Like they're just floating torsos of arms and heads. They physically don't have legs. So when I saw
That's
that,
weird.
I was like, okay, is this supposed to emulate real life? Why is everyone like a half body? Like they're literally a ghost. Like what the fuck is this? And then he also said like, you know, when you play something like VR Chat or Neos or any other social or just video games in general, right? Like if you played Skyrim, if you played Fallout, if you played any game that had character customization, for me and a lot of people, you typically make a character. Some people make characters based off of their real selves, you know, or let's say you're playing WoW or something like that. Like, oh, I want to be an orc male and I'm fucking strong as fuck and whatever. But like in this metaverse, you're not allowed to do that. You have to like basically make an avatar that looks exactly like your real self, like a me avatar from Nintendo or Xbox 360 avatar. Remember that from like 10 years ago?
Yeah.
It's like, what's the hell's the point? Like, why can't I be an alien? Why can't I like be whatever the hell I want to be? What if I want to be a robot? Like, what the fuck?
Because they want it to feel professional. I think that's what they're trying to do. That's where the real money is, right? Like, I think they have a vision where they're like, we're gonna get VR into every single business. It's gonna be the norm to have meetings in VR. Like, you know what I mean? I think that's what they're trying to push.
Yes. In the commercials, or not the commercial, like the kiosks they had, they literally did already have this thing called like Facebook Meetup or something like that. Pretty much they pre-built like a room for you of like 8 chairs. And then they're like, oh, you can custom. It's like a VR chat world. It's like a world you buy, kind of. And you just like stick like a logo on the back wall and be like, oh, this is our meeting for our space. And then you can't move around the room, but you can like sit in the chair and be like, oh, hey, Bill, how's that? How's the quarter finances going? Oh, it's going great, man, or whatever. Like, it feels like a game that I never played before, but I know some friends that played Altspace. Altspace is like the boomer VR chat where it's just like 40-year-old people, and everyone just looks like a Sims character in the game. But like every time you play every time I've seen people play Altspace, it's like 40 to 50-year-old people. They're like lawyers and doctors and like stockbrokers are like, yeah, this is my stocks here. Look at this graph here, real good. Look at that stock go. Hey, you want to buy some stocks? Like that's what it felt like. It felt like Facebook is just making Altspace, but like more popular version of it. And then they talk about like things like NFTs and like stocks and all this stuff. I'm just like, I don't know, man. And like they have like, oh, you can build worlds, and like the worlds that they build, it kind of looks like Halo 3 Forge mode or something. It looks really weird. So I don't know. In my opinion, from what I saw, I don't know. I just feel like if it's successful, maybe it will be beneficial to VR chat, because then VR chat be like, oh, there's competition now. Now we got to make our game even better than theirs. That's like the only positive I can see out of it, is that there's more competition.
Well, what's gonna happen is I don't know how much it's gonna be like. We need to make our game better. It's gonna be, we need to find more ways to monetize and to make money off of people. Which I already get really frustrated with people who are like, what? VR chat's doing VR chat plush? They're trying to get money from us. Like, yeah, they're literally spending time and money to make you a game.
Yeah, it's free.
The least you can fucking do is support them in some way, right? Like, I got VR chat plus like day one because I was like, yeah, absolutely.
Same.
I get benefits, like that sounds good to me, and I think that they deserve it. I want VR chat to have support and be running, but for some reason there's people who have this mentality of like, if something's free and you pay for it, you're stupid. You know what I mean? It's this very weird capitalist, honestly I feel like quite American or westernized like opinion, and I hate it. So VR chat's going to have to find ways to make money if they want to get bigger and better, right?
More investors,
Yeah.
They got some pretty
Yeah.
good ideas, I think. A lot of them are very secret. But I think for me, the other like big thing that I'm worried about is that a mega corporation like Facebook or Meta is essentially going to be controlling it. And have you ever watched the movie Ready Player One?
I have not. No,
Okay,
no.
so to explain this, to give you a little bit of context, so it's kind of like what we're talking about. It's like a metaverse. So think of like 20, 30 years in the future where like 90% of the population is just addicted to VR, essentially. And they go to this place called the Oasis. And it's basically, it's literally just like VR chat, honestly.
Yeah.
And then the antagonist in the movie is basically this guy, this really rich ass like idiot, and he wants to control the Oasis and just sell like 90% of your viewing space with ads. He wants ads everywhere.
Right.
Be rich as fuck. And I feel like that character is literally just Mark Zuckerberg. Like, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just sort of like, yeah, we'll control the metaverse. And I just don't like it because in VR chat, 90% or 95% of what you see in VR chat is community-based content, the avatars and the worlds. VR chat sort of just plays in the background of like, oh yeah, you can use this version of Unity. Oh, you have like this new camera system or something like that, whatever. But like everything that you actually do in the game is community. It's us deciding what we want to do, what we like, and what we don't like. And I feel like if you have someone like Mark Zuckerberg controlling it, then let's say he doesn't like anime, then he'll be like, yeah, we're not gonna allow anime in this game. Yeah, you can't
Anime's
upload.
now illegal.
Or he could be like, yeah, you're not allowed to upload your own avatar or your own worlds. Only stuff that we pre-approve. So now it's like really restrictive. Now it's like, oh, now we can only use what they say is allowed and what isn't allowed. So now you like, where's the freedom? Now it just feels like I'm like a you know, I'm locked to a ball and chain. I'm dragging this around trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah.
So that's what it feels like to me, is like basically you're kind of like locked in what you can and cannot do. And on the presentation, if you ever watch Thrill Seeker, you should probably watch him on YouTube. He like makes like 10-minute videos, explain a lot of VR news, and he covered this. And he's one of my friends too. And one of the things that Facebook talked about is like, oh, we're gonna make sure people come first. And on that list, people come first was actually in the last of the list, at the very bottom. So how can you say people? How can you say that consumers matter first if they're at the bottom of the list on the fucking list? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It seems like what their priorities are is like, we're gonna make this thing and we control it, and you know, all these cool stuff. But hey, you know, we at the end of the day we control it. So if you don't like it, and if we start putting ads everywhere, you have no say in it because it's our fucking product and we can do what we want with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's the problem. And everything that he said, like during that 2-hour kiosk, it like everything he said was like basically already in VR chat. Like, I'm not even memeing. He was just like, oh yeah, I can do this and do that. I'm like, well, that already exists in VR chat. It's like this guy doesn't even like realize VR chat was a thing already. Like, he just thinks that he's the first one who came up with the idea. So that's how I feel about it. I don't know. At the end of the day, I'll probably try it out, see how it is, you know, give a more honest review when the game actually comes out, or Metaverse or whatever. But I'm just very skeptical because I feel like I'm not the only one person concerned about this. You know, there's a lot of other weird things. Like, they talked about how like when you bought an Oculus, something about like they would face scan your face and then sell that data, and then they had to like not do that because they're getting sued or something. Like, they're selling your facial scans, some shit like that.
Yeah.
Really weirdo stuff like that. So
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm very skeptical. Like, a lot of people who watched it were just like, well, I'm just gonna go play VR chat or Neos. Okay, bye. Like, that was it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, do you have any more questions, chat? Anyone else want to ask any questions for Marina or myself? Also, Marina, if you have any questions for me, you can also ask too if you like.
Okay. No, just I guess if chat has anything else they want to ask.
Chat? I don't know, chat's half asleep. They're falling asleep. They can't ask questions, you know.
Yeah, it's okay. We love lurkers. We stand lurkers.
At what point does it finally feel like the future to you? Hard to say, because I felt like VR. I remember, like, as a kid, like, I'm only 26, but like, you know, I remember seeing like commercials like the Virtual Boy and stuff, like, which is like the very first like VR headset, and I thought that was like so gimmicky.
Yeah.
And now like we have actual VR headsets and we can like go in a world and do all these crazy things in VR chat. I think to me, the future would happen when it's like full like haptic suits, like Ready Player One, like the movie, where like it's like people live, you know, and like sell shit. So to give another reference, I never played this other game. It's called Second Life. It's actually banned on Twitch. But in that game, it wasn't VR, but you could like people actually have jobs by like their entire income in real life is by playing Second Life, and people will like be like real estate agents and they'll sell islands to people and like land and shit. I think when that happens to the metaverse or like VR chat or like a game that's like that, I think that's the future. Where like people make money simply by just running like being a virtual cop or virtual real estate agent, and they just sell you this fancy ass mansion or whatever, or like, you know, you're paying for services in a VR game essentially.
Yeah. For me, I think it's when we get to like brain linking.
Oh, brain link. Oh yeah, the Neuralinks. Yeah.
Neuralinks. Yeah, when it comes to the idea of just like actually, just boom, you're in it.
I feel that. Yeah, I mean that is also going to be a feature too. I mean, like Elon Musk talks about it. I don't know if any like VR game's going to do that, but eventually, probably in our lifetime, we'll have like the brain link stuff. But I think the 5-10 years is the metaverse. Then probably the next 20 or something like that is the brain stuff. So I think the metaverse is going to happen first. You know, it's kind of crazy because we have like NFTs, we have like cryptocurrency, we have all this shit going on now. And now we have VR chat, and like in 5-10 years, I honestly think like, you know, and also VTubers as well. Like VTubers also coincides with the metaverse, having all these people using virtual avatars represent themselves. So I think it's all slowly feeding into that bigger metaverse type thing. And I mean, being an entertainer online, you know, typically, you know, like 5-10 years ago, if you were a YouTuber, you know, you did face cam, you're playing COD or whatever, and then on Twitch you would just do the same thing, but it's live, and you have a face cam in the corner, you're sitting back, you know, whatever. Nowadays it's like, now you have like virtual avatars, you know, being represented by actual people, and some of them have gimmicks, and some people are like, I'm a shark girl, and I go nom nom or whatever, and I'm a cat girl or whatever, and then like there's, you know, there's little stories and backlore, so much stuff going on, and this is what we have now. So it's kind of crazy to think about what's the next 5-10 years. Like, I don't know. I can't predict the future, but I definitely think the metaverse or like a VR chat, either VR chat itself or a VR chat like game, is going to be very prominent in the future. Like, it might, you know, I think traditional media will still be there because, like, you know, the 80-year-old boomer is going to be like, what the fuck is this, dude? Why is there a virtual avatar telling me the weather, dude? What the fuck? But But I definitely think that like VR stuff is going to be popular. And I mean, I saw it firsthand when you know, the pandemic started up, and last year so many people were getting into VR chat. So many like big name top 100 streamers played VR chat because they couldn't go outside, and they're like, what do? I want to drink. And then someone was like, hey, you should play VR chat, and they all did. And I felt like that was like a huge boost in popularity to VR chat. Now VR chat has 40 to 50,000 players on a given weekend. So I definitely think you know, VR is going to get larger and larger. You know, I see a lot of people who aren't VTubers getting into it. You know, a lot of artists, a lot of even people who've done like face cam. You know, I remember watching a guy from like 10 years ago. He was like a YouTuber, did face cam all the time, like 10,000 videos. He started streaming on Twitch a couple years ago, doing decent, and then he just came out as a VTuber recently. Doesn't do face cam anymore. So like, it's applicable to like anybody, you know. I think that's the beauty of it, and I think it's going to become more and more popular as time goes on. I really hope so. I hope VTubing doesn't just randomly die one day and be like, all right, see you later.
I don't think it's gonna die. I think it has the danger of becoming like facecam streaming, which is facecam what was nice about VTubing back in like December was that the community wasn't that big. Sure, there were dozens of people.
Yeah.
But it felt like everyone knew each other. Or like you could go from like person to person to person to like find connections between people. And it was very cohesive. Right? And there's also, it seems to me like there's a correlation between some of the people that started VTubing early, who are much bigger, right? Like some of the people who got on it early ended up blowing up to be like some of the bigger streamers we see today, bigger VTubers we see today. With face cam streaming, there's no cohesive community, right? You don't like go to someone and you're like, hey, you're also a face cam streamer? Pog! You know what I mean? Like, you don't do that. But in VTubing, you're like, oh, you're also a VTuber? And then there's this, there's this instant connection of like what you do. And I'm afraid that's going to go away because it's going to become more and more and more and more common.
Mainstream?
Yeah. And there's going to be a point where it's going to get oversaturated. And the dream that so many people have had this year, which is, if I become a VTuber, I can be successful and I can pop off and people will come want to watch me instead of being a facecam streamer. And the thing is, it happens for some people, but the more and more and more VTubers we get, it starts becoming oversaturated. It starts losing the closeness that the community had. Not to gatekeep or tell anyone they shouldn't be a VTuber, because that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's a natural progression that I don't think can be helped. I think the social golden age of VTubing is going to be coming to an end. There's just going to be too many people to keep up with. Too many people to like have it feel like a centralized community.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Basically, what you're trying to say is you should start becoming a VTuber now, and don't wait 6 months.
Yeah, absolutely. I think now versus 6 months is a huge difference. And I also think that it's going to become, the more time passes, the harder and harder it gets to grow as a VTuber, because there's more and more competition.
I will say
and yes,
this.
there's
ahead.
yeah. I would say there's more people watching. I think the VTuber audience is growing.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's growing enough to where like it's growing laterally across all of the new streamers. I think the bigger streamers are getting bigger, and some of the medium streamers are able to get bigger, but I think smaller streamers are inherently gonna stay small because Twitch doesn't have great discoverability.
That's true. I will say this, even if, like, let's say someone's watching right now, you know, because this will be on YouTube in a day or two, in case someone's watching out there listening.
Yeah.
And they want to be a YouTube or a VTuber. Even if you don't have your, some people will say, well, I'm not going to debut yet because I don't have my model ready. I think you should start regardless, and you can just use like a PNG and then sort of just have it, you know, flicker on off. Or you can have it, you know, do like a very quick little animation. Those ones are really, really inexpensive, like really cheap. You can get those like really cheap, like just GIF animations of like a PNG moving, and that could be your first VTuber model. I've actually interviewed people that was their first thing, was just a PNG, and they did that for like 6 months, and then that 6 months, instead of not streaming, they streamed and, you know, got like 10-15 viewers instead of like starting their stream up and hoping for 15 people. They already, like, you know, where it had a foot in the door. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So, do you have an avatar do stream? Do you have avatar do stream? What? So I'm just reading the chat. That's what it says.
Where? Who? What? Where?
Kate?
Question, do you have an avatar to stream? Do I have an avatar to stream? I'm not sure what you're asking.
Yeah. Do you have an avatar? Yes, I think MarinaBooUwU is a fellow streamer, and her link is.
Do you
literally
need
the-
an avatar? No,
Oh,
I consider. If
do
you're
I-
streaming in VR chat, you're a VTuber. If you're streaming like me with a program that's running a model, you're a VTuber. If you're running live today, you're a VTuber. If you're running a PNG, you're a VTuber. If you're using something else to represent you, that's not your face cam, you're a VTuber. That's my opinion, at least. Some people are really gatekeeping. They're like, if you don't have a model and you haven't debuted, you're not really a VTuber.
If your model
Well,
isn't
go fuck yourself.
$5,000 and you're not a real VTuber, yeah, that's what some people are like. No, I agree. Like some people, like you said, yours is a Vroid, and some people have said to me, "Well, Vroids aren't real VTubers." I'm like, what the fuck? That's fucked up. You know, not everyone can just buy a $5,000 avatar. Okay, and also I will say this. Here's some truth bombs. I know some people, I won't say names, but there are people out there that have like literally avatars that are $3, $4, $10, even $10,000 avatars, and they stream, and they still have 2 viewers. So having a $10,000 avatar doesn't automatically make your stream. What makes your stream is your personality, you know, your content. Okay, you can have a fancy ass, you know, you can dress real nice. Even as a face cam, that doesn't make you get any more viewers. You know, what makes you have viewers is your personality, and your gameplay, and your content, and what's going on.
Yeah, partially gameplay, partially personality, partially giant titties.
Yeah, I'm in the last. I'm the third part. That's the only part. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I always recommend that if someone wants to get into streaming, you just start streaming. Use a PNG, absolutely, because you want to see if you even like it before you spend any money.
Absolutely, yeah. I honestly, like, you could just have like a picture drawn, and then you just use the Discord React, so it doesn't have to move. Like, that's the most like inexpensive one. It's a static image. It lights up when you talk, kind of like how people do the collab stuff with Discord Reactive.
Yeah.
That could be as simple as that is, and that could be under 100. It depends on how expensive the art piece is, but you know, some of them probably be under $100, maybe $50, and that could be your first thing. I've seen people stream like that, you know, and then like 2 months, 3 months, they'll get like a Vroid or something, use that for a while, then they'll eventually get like a professional model they want after like a year, and they already, you know, have like 40, 50 viewers, and rather than waiting a year and having 2 viewers, you know, like I would say start now. Yeah. Don't wait. That's the biggest regret.
I see a question for me.
Okay. Oh, I do see it. Jib, do you ask the question to Marina? Do you think that the internet should be absolutely anonymous, or does that give bad actors too much leeway to do bad?
Yeah, I'm pretty opinionated on this. I actually like, what do you call it?
Anonymity?
Kind of like what Korea does. No, actually.
Opposite.
I don't like anonymity. I think people need to be held responsible for what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So in Korea, and anyone can feel free to correct me because I'm not 100% sure. This is just things that I've heard and from my own understanding.
Okay.
But my understanding is that in South Korea, you actually have a number, kind of like a social security number.
Yeah.
But it's tied to your gaming because gaming is very popular and they take it seriously there. So you have a number, like imagine like a social security number. So imagine that when I'm not talking about North Korea, I'm talking about like South Korea.
Yeah.
Imagine when you signed up for an account that you had to put your social security number in there. And so that it was like tied to you. And I personally love that idea. I don't have any problem with that. If there was some kind of identifier that like I had to make an account and it identified to me, I think that's only gonna do good. Because essentially it takes away, it doesn't have to take away anonymity from a front-facing perspective, if this makes sense. Like, you can still be that one rebel. It's not like your name is going to be tied to it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're still going to be that. It just means that from a data standpoint, your account is tied to you. And if you fuck around and you get banned, you can't just go make another account to troll. Do you know what I mean?
I hear what you're saying.
So in that sense, I think it would radically change the and would there be an uproar? Absolutely. But there would be an uproar from all of the fucking idiots on the internet who like to fuck around, right?
1K a year, I can't afford that. But my 2 cents worth on this is my opinion is I understand what you're saying, and I get it because it's tied to a number. I always thought having anonymity is fine, but obviously it's up to you as an individual if you want to share your personal stuff. Like, you're given that choice. But I get what you're trying to say. Like, obviously there are bad people that do very bad things, and if there's a number associated with them and that they have to use that number all the time for every single account, and then that they have like now a record of everything they ever done on the internet, it may stop people from doing stupid things. And that probably would, honestly, because then people are like, oh shit, you know, I have a number associated to everything I'm doing. Now I have to be careful. But there's also, I'm sure there's probably also ways to get around it. You probably just spoof, use a VPN, NordVPN, ExpressVPN. Now no one knows what your real number is. Now it looks like I'm in America, but I'm actually in China, or whatever. But I get what you're saying. The whole concept of like having a number, and then if someone does some weird ass shit, they can be held accountable, and they're less likely to do weird ass shit because there's a record of it. There's a foot stamp, so they can't just make a new account and pretend to be someone else. I think we're gonna go
that route in the future because world's becoming more and more and more digital. It's dangerous to become more focused on a platform that is just anonymous. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would say, obviously, this is only in Korea because they passed it through a bill. I don't know if it will happen in like something like America or other countries because you would have to get it to, essentially Congress or through your legislation, and then they have to vote on it. And people are going to be very vocally be like, what the fuck is this, man? And you're going to have, and especially you're going to have the weirdos on the internet be at those rallies being like, you're trying to find out that I like Maria's armpits and I got a whole folder of it. What the hell? You can't do that.
Love that for them.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, there's gonna be people that don't understand. Again, it's like, it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that you need to like have your number public or front facing whatsoever. It's the same thing as a social security number, right? Like you need a social security number to like get a job or get a bank account or like do any of those things like that. Because they're tied to you in a secure way. Can someone get your social security number and try to have identity theft? Yeah, sure. It's the same thing. It's the same problem you'd be dealing with, right? Can someone hack a system and steal your social security number? Yeah, sure. It's the same issues that we're already dealing with, right? Like, there's no real, in my opinion, there's no real like things that
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Chip has another question for you, and this will be I think the last question. So, question for Marina: should the internet be a luxury service, or should it be public commodity, like public transit and roads, etc.?
Public commodity.
Yeah, I said that wrong because me dumb. You're the teacher.
Yeah, it should be a. Oh no, that's my answer. It should be a public commodity.
Oh, okay. I thought I said it wrong.
Yeah. Oh no.
I think it should be public. I feel like if only rich people had access to the internet, sure, probably people would be more outside, but like that just makes people want to have it more. You know what I mean? It's like, it's like having like I don't fucking know, like a fancy suit or a Rolex watch that costs $1 million, or like a Lamborghini. Like people are like, oh shit, I want that. So I feel like if the internet was like only rich people and it costs like $10,000 a month to have the internet, I feel like people would try like ways to like steal it or make like a bootleg internet or something.
Yeah.
So I feel like the internet for everybody is, it's not just for like browsing, playing video games. It's also for communication. So like, you know, knowing what's going on in the world. You know, if you didn't have the internet, you know, you'd have, I don't know, how the fuck would you know what's going on in the other side of the world? I don't know, just radio, like, yo, what's going on in what's going on in Germany? You know, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You have to like use like Morse code or some shit to figure that out. But you know, the internet makes everything easier, and just like with anything, the internet is tailored to what your experience is. So if you sit on the internet and play video games 10 hours a day, then that's your experience. But if you use the internet and try to like learn things, like learn how to cook or something like that,
Yeah.
there you go. Or you play VR chat
exactly.
and be a degenerate like me. But the idea is that it's up to you as a person what you want to use it for. And obviously people will abuse it. That's same thing if anything in life. People abuse driver's license and they, you know, do horrible things. So, you know, there's no perfect record for everything. So.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was the last question we'll be taking because we've been going for over 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah, we have, yeah.
Yeah, since the interview has technically begun. Do you have anything that you would like to say, Marina? Anything you want to shout out? Anything you want to say or tell people, or got anything, you know, events coming up? Anything you want to advertise?
I mean, sure. I mean, basically, if you're not someone who's seen my streams or followed me or done stuff like that, like, my streams are I'm a very social streamer. I'm a very chatty streamer when it comes to, like, what I want to do. I have streams where I hang out with my chat.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a lot of streams where I hang out with other streamers, of varying degrees of notability, right? So I do kind of weekly shows is the way that I structure my streams. So I'm keeping an eye out for my schedule when I have it. Like Wednesdays, I do Waifu Wednesday, where I have it's kind of interview process. Definitely not as, this seems like a more structured interview. My Waifu Wednesdays are just very casual. But like, was it 2 weeks ago? I had Buff Pup on as my guest. And I've had NeetTuber and Onirin and several other. I've just had a group of people on. Basically, have one person every Wednesday. That's a lot of fun. Sundays are probably my pride and joy. Sundays are my shitpost Sundays. The first one we ever did was an armpit review. That one was a lot of fun. But we've done armpits. We've done booty review. We've done cat girls versus bunny girls. We basically do these really shitposty meme streams where we have a whole bunch of YouTubers submit stuff for us, and then we go over them, right? We rate them and we do all kinds of stuff like that. So those are a lot of fun. Those are some of my 2 faves. But I stream basically almost every night. Sometimes take Tuesdays and Fridays off. I stream almost every single night, or afternoons and weekends. I like to do a lot of spontaneous stuff, to be honest. It's just, what I would say is check out my Discord. If you had fun here, check out my Discord, which is
Discord.gg/armpits.
Yeah, exactly. Discord.gg/armpits. No cap.
Yeah.
Let's see. Discord. Can we do that? .gg/
should work.
armpit.
Let me click and see what happens.
Yeah, it's a really comfy Discord, but that's where you can keep track of what I'm doing.
Is this the right one? It says Hololive Armpit. Is that right?
Was it? Oh,
Armpits.
No. Discord.gg/
That's something else.
armpits. Someone no one had armpits, so someone must have taken that. What was it? Hololive Armpits?
Yeah, something like that. What the fuck was that?
I gotta get in there. I don't know.
What the fuck? It was like I looked at it. It was like a Discord, but it was just Hololive, like a bunch of like VTubers, and they're all looking at armpits.
Yeah,
we deleted
so discord.gg/armpits. That's our Discord.
With an S. Yeah, armpits.
Yeah, with an S here. Let me do if you wanna follow me on Twitter, I also do announcements there. But yeah, I'm a partnered streamer here on Twitch. My streams are generally shitposty and social. I play with a lot of streamers. Have a lot of friends that you've probably recognized, like Rebel here. Yeah. So I'd love for
Absolutely.
y'all to come check me out. This is basically
All right. Well,
basically my
I
pitch to you.
appreciate you. Thank you so much for this interview,
Yeah.
Marina. It was a long time
Thank
coming.
you.
And yeah, it was a great time. I had an excellent adventure here, especially doing another Discord interview. Gets me my creative juices flowing, creating up little game modes, stuff like that. Had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I hope to see you again soon in our VR chat or DVD or any other type of game adventures. And hopefully, will you be streaming later tonight or taking the night off?
Maybe I gotta hit my nonstop nut tonight, and then
Of
maybe
course,
stream.
yes, very important.
Yeah.
Before you go, do you have anyone you want to raid? Like we're gonna be raiding because this, you get to choose who to raid essentially.
I would love that. Yeah. Let me see. Who do I want to raid? I want to raid.
Also, thank you everyone for the follows. Thank you everyone for subscribing. I appreciate it. Thank you. If you haven't already, hit that follow button. I go live almost every day. Typically, I usually do like VR chat once in a while. I'll probably play some DBD or some actual game modes, stuff like that. I've been definitely looking at some games I want to play, like maybe GTA, the Definitive Edition, but apparently it's taken off of PC, so that's kind of yikes. But maybe I'll play some DBD. The new killer just came out, I think, or the Painter or some crap. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Oh yeah, did they come out?
I think it's just public testing right now, but probably soon. Maybe it did come out.
Okay.
But I know it's the next killer, and everyone's like, ooh.
Yeah. Okay, let me get you a name.
Absolutely.
There's too many people here. All right, you know who I want to go with is actually going to be my guest tomorrow night for Waifu Wednesday.
Okay.
So let me see if I can find her. She was just on here. There we go. Cat Candy.
Cat Candy.
Let me send you the name.
Sure. What do you want their raid message to be? You want to be like, I'll lick your armpit or something?
There's that. I sent you the name. What's the raid message?
Yeah.
The raid message.
Don't you know?
is-
Listen, I haven't. Whoopsie. When you stream, when you raid, you don't have to do this, but it's kind of like an old streaming thing from like years and years ago. But basically, when you would raid somebody, you would also have a message where it'd be like, hey, some people would be like, hey, Rebel loves you or something like that, and they'll just spam that. Some people put like, hey, I like armpits, or like I've had people raid me where they're just like, damn, I love anime and this is so cool. And everybody said the exact same thing. It's up to the chat to do that. Yeah, Marina loves you. There you go. Okay.
Yeah, there's our raid message. And you don't even need to be subscribed because it doesn't use any special emotes. It just uses the heart that everyone has. So, yeah.
Purple heart.
So if everyone wants to help me, go give Cat Candy some love. Cat Candy is wonderful. She's a great streamer. I'm going to have her on tomorrow. She actually played on my stream last night, and I loved it so much that I was like, okay, you have to be my waifu this week. And she agreed. So, yeah. Let's go give Cat some love.
All right, let's raid Cat and use the message Marina loves you. And I'll see you guys later. Probably tomorrow for another stream. Maybe I'll do an early stream, like a morning. Oh fuck, Or if I don't do that, then I'll do an afternoon stream later on in my new latex outfit. It's pretty dope. But anyway, thank you everybody.
Ooh.
Thank you Marina again for the interview. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Remember, use the message Marina and Rebel loves you. I mean, you can use either. It's up to you. But I'm gonna write the Marina loves you one.
It would be Marina and Rebel love you because plural grammar, yeah, but that's okay.
Oh shit. You're right. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
All right. I believe